cope with that. So welcome
Not as much
to
as was before.
Cascade Arc 4, Part 25. Last of the Summer Elves, that's this one. It's the 23rd of August 2025. I'm Viktor, the GM. Here are the players.
Hello, I'm Sean, and I'm playing Falkwin, who's the mystical speaker who keeps the magic ally. That magic ally, I think at the start here, might be... Well, we'll get to that.
Hi, I'm Kalli. I play Ignysera, who is a dragonfolk warrior who bears a halo of fire.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I play Myr'ra Pentergast, a Helborn Adept who sheds her skin and is very excited to be here.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
So,
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Nori Nediam, a Half-Elven explorer who likes to infiltrate. Or maybe not if Ryan jumps in again. I got you.
So, the only thing I was going to say is, Hannah, can you mute? Just because there is feedback coming. That's all I was jumping in to say, Chris. It wasn't to decide to move on with it.
Yeah, just to interrupt me. I get it.
Yeah. So anyway, here we are. Hey, look, it's told me I'm live now. That's nice. Can actually say good hello. That's a thing. Yay. Right, so Hannah's missed a couple of things. So let's maybe take ourselves back to the cliffhanger on the cliff and let's do a summary of everything up to now, I guess. So what do you remember from last time?
What?
Time before last.
Stuff and things.
Well, we met Gamble and Posey and Sloth all in the one place to start with. And it turned out that Posey was Gamble's daughter.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
A plot twist.
Yes.
The bee's knees.
There was a ship which the cats were loading some big cargo onto. It seems to be something that they extracted from deep within the jungle. We did a little bit of spying, a little bit of extrasensory spying. The big king cat caught us and was not very pleased with that. So Falkwin was doing his view from a distance thing, and for some reason the cat emperor was able to see the invisible probe and be like, how interesting, what is this, how curious, fuck off. Yes. What happened after that?
He's packed up camp.
We decided... Yeah. We decided to check out the jungle.
We spent a lot of time trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
It was a hard decision.
There was some chat with Gamble and Posey and Sloth, because, it's the strange company.
Yeah. How was Sloth involved? How does Sloth know people? Sloth doesn't leave the house.
He wanted to go on a boat. So they were going on a boat and was like, I want to go on a boat. It's the second boat I've been on.
I don't know if you remember this, Hannah, but when you first met him, you did talk to him about, have you ever been on the other continent? He goes, I've never been on a boat. Yeah. So he somehow knew that Gamble had faked his death. And was just like, hey, if you're going on a boat, can I come? And Gamble's like, I guess so. That seems
a very important point. Sloth was wearing a Hawaiian shirt. It's very important.
Of course he was. Impeccable.
And
yes, also
we were going into the jungle, Sloth decided he wanted to go on a bigger boat.
Yes, there was that too.
I chose another boat to try, so I'll go on that one.
Before that, it turned out that Gamble didn't properly answer the question about why we shouldn't read that particular page of his thesis. And But the vibe we got was that it turned out the restriction of the thesis in general was purely to add mystique. There wasn't anything like actually dangerous in there. He was just like, when he faked his death, was like, also restrict my thesis. Then that might add some air of mystery to my death, and that could be fun.
Something that's probably worth mentioning as well is Alexander asked how they knew about any of the goings on in this island, and the kind of description, which was relatively vague from Gemba, was that there are ways of monitoring the balance and harmonies of magic energies across the world, and that this was disrupted in some way, and it garnered their attention. And then Alexander, as Lockheart, was kind of like, what does that mean? And I was like, don't worry about it.
We had also hoped that you would be back, because we thought we would encourage you to have a conversation with Sloth to make amends or make friends again with a certain other wizard that you are involved with, who lives on his own island, because they were once friends.
Oh, oh yeah.
We thought that might.
Besties.
So
oh no.
this is why we were holding space
Right.
for you.
Yes, we should do that.
It was more a case of I wanted to give you the option narratively, because you'd had time to be at camp at peace, having eggs made by Posey, and everybody got to sit and just chill for a little bit together and chat. And I figured that I'd be a bit annoyed if I'd missed a session where I could have, as that character, perhaps mention something about Bradenel to Sloth. But again, I wasn't going to have said that happened without you deciding if you want to take on the implications of what that could mean also. Yeah. I think what's maybe best described now is after the party decided, at length, decided to pack up the camp. The camp was like a pocket dimension-y dragon glass orb that sets up its own little thing, but it takes a lot of energy to set up and pull down. So Gamble's quite knackered currently, recovering, and it takes like hours to set up and pull down. So it can't just be popped up and pulled down because you're messing with space. So it can't just be done at a whim. Hence why they're like, do we move camp and risk being detected by scouts that the Rakashans might send out because we've been nosying in at their ship? But they kept watch. No Rakashans were sent out to come looking for them. The Emperor didn't seem to be that fussed. No alarms were raised either. There wasn't when the little sensor was discovered. But the party thought we may as well start moving closer to Nemaj territory, working our way through the friend zone, and maybe set up camp in the inner edge of the friend zone before heading to Nemaj territory. The Rakashans have packed up their ship with a massive thing under a big tarpaulin. And then, that's pretty much where it got to there. Sloth decided he did not want to go in to the jungle. So that's all pretty uphill, and I don't fancy that. Was his summary of effort he was not willing to commit. So he decided that he was going to go basically give them someone, because they'll be looking for someone with the ability to have scryed on them. So if they find someone, maybe they won't look any further. And also it's downhill to the beach. So Sloth did not want to go climbing through the jungle. And the Solar Emperor's boat is pretty nice and big, so quite eager to go be on another boat. So Sloth wanders down the cliffside and just wanders up to the gates, and then some cats come to stop him and fall asleep at his feet, and he just walks on by as more people try and stop him, and they all just fall asleep as he just walks with his little hat on. Just quite the thing as he waddles towards the big pier out to the ship. So yeah, that's where Sloth ends up in the timeline, at least, to give you some context before the camp was put back into the orb and then you huffed it through the woods for like 2 days or something before setting up camp again. And we'll get to that in a second. But I think having the conversation perhaps is worth it in this part. Then we'll do the next session catch up.
Where it all went to shit.
Mhm. So,
It's fine,
That's
we're
a good
alive.
way of putting it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well,
Hannah, do you have any questions about the current setting? So we're in the Pocket Dimension campsite. You've got Posey, you've got Gamble, you've got the party, you've got obviously Sloth, and it's entirely up to you. You don't even need to have brought it up if you didn't want to either. It's just I wanted to give you the agency.
I think she probably would. Yeah. It's one of the first things we all thought about when we realised who Spooky Witch,
Yes.
whatever they called him.
Malmanis.
Yeah. Which still has not been explained.
No.
That's Lara. Yeah. I think Myr'ra would have got plates of all cups of it would have been cups of tea. She'd have got cups of tea and gone over to sort of talk to Sloth. Hi, can I speak with you for a minute?
I wouldn't imagine there'd be an issue with that. What's this you've brewed?
Oh, it's got some echinacea and chamomile and a little bit of cardamom. It's just nice and soothing.
All
Shot
right.
under her tea.
Kind of just sees curiosity as he's sticking his nose closer to the kind of smells that are coming off of it.
So you, sorry, do you remember when Cascade City came under attack from the Farron? When?
Are you whispering for some reason?
Oh, I just nerves. Often it's stressful telling people big news.
All right. And this is big news. Should I be standing as he's in his deck chair, slouched back?
I think you're fine. I don't know. You can tell me. Well, during that, I encountered somebody who seemed very powerful, and I followed him.
It wasn't one of my siblings, was it?
I don't think So I followed him through the floor, not massively relevant, to the island in the middle of the ocean, whatever we call it.
Expanse Sea, it's called.
The Expanse Sea. Is that what? And Myr'ra will probably pause, I take a big slurp of tea in kind of
I think that if you've given him a cup as well, when you do that, he also just
and it turns out
this is good.
Oh, thank you. It was my mum's recipe.
Where's your
Bran and
mum?
Elsa.
Oh. You seem he starts fanning himself with his hat.
Yeah.
And just staring just past you, maybe just over your head or whatever, just fanning him. And your mum?
She's fine. She's not massively happy with all the adventuring, but she's come around. Also things with my grandmother. Not important.
Say that again. Your grandmother's a lovely woman. Say that again. You're
slower. Bran L is alive. He's
my Branonell.
Yes.
First
he was
Blade Branonell. Dead Branonell.
Not so dead.
Right.
Just maybe really unconscious, shunted through time, unsure. I don't think he knows either.
Right.
He
spoke to you.
Well, as I said, I poked the floor and then gave him tea. And apparently that worked.
He looks at the tea you've gave him suspiciously at that point. He goes, right, what's in this tea?
It's just herbs. Sometimes people aren't offered tea when they should be.
Right. How is he?
Well, everything is very recent to him. But he's coping.
And like you can see that like Sloth clearly had like a million things going through like his head.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, he's doing that thing where like a lot of his like statements are like autopilot-y.
I think Myr'ra would also, as much as I am on team Brandon and Sloth besties forever,
Yeah.
for sure, I think she probably would be paying attention to possibly like any views of like, we still don't know if the devils knew what doing what they did would do to the bronze spark.
The iron root.
Yes. No, iron root.
Yep.
It's been 3 months.
It's okay. We got this. Don't worry. We got it.
So I think like a tiny bit in the back of her mind would be like, do you look guilty? Do you look relieved? Do you look like,
do you want to give me a roll?
Do you just look... Yeah.
Some kind of insight-y style roll?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you need anyone to help with this process?
Oh, well, let's try. Let's zoom in. So this is just insight, so it would just be like a straight...
Be intellect unless you have a skill that lets you have some kind of insight. Or indeed any hindrances to reading people.
No, I don't know the difficulty. I'm going to put effort into roll. I don't have any else. It doesn't cost me anything. Okay.
Okay, so we're adding 6 to that roll then? So
yeah, 19.
It's not bad, not bad. So, yeah, I think the main thing that you're reading from like his expressions, which are a bit like obtuse, I guess, at the best of times, with Sloth, it's joy, like just like almost like relief in a way, and guilt.
Okay. I like the joy.
Yep.
I like the guilt could just be that he's thought for all of the years he got his friend killed.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily mean he knew what I was going to do.
And like it's not like he didn't sound guilt-ridden and regretful the last time this was a conversation as well. Which is good, but there's no regret in the reading this time.
Yeah, so it's not like he's sad he's back, which seems like a good...
Yeah.
Like it's not like he's going, oh god, he's going to be angry.
No, it's relief, more... joy, and guilt. That's the mix that we're getting from him now.
Okay. I'm going to probably awkwardly pat him on the shoulder in like a... Myr'ra is awkward, and also he's Sloth.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of like awkwardness of this, like he's sort of like an emperor. I'm going to awkwardly pat him on the shoulder. Yeah. In the same way that she's always around Brandon as well, where she's just a bit like, I don't know how to comfort you, but you seem like you need a hug. Because things seem like they've been really bad. And she'll kind of go, because what is he doing? He's fixing a mirror so we can go to the moon. And we need to go to the moon. Because Amblin might be there. And we need to find Amblin for reason.
The moon is...
It's an iron root city.
It's dulling.
Oh, it went... Yes, it went a different color.
It's like this really dark amber now.
Oh, and the Fey Queen's on the moon. I've remembered it all now. I was like, the moon was important. I don't say that.
Yeah.
Not mention that. But I do probably say that he's working on fixing, and I'll name the mirror, whatever the mirror is called.
The obsidian mirror, yeah.
Yes. And tell Sloth that we're planning to meet back up with him in, it was like, was it 6 days, 12 days from when we left?
Let's say 12, yeah.
Yeah, and it's been like 4-ish or something.
Yeah, like 4 or 5.
Yeah, 3 or 4, okay. So I'll give Sloth the kind of, this is the
timeline.
time we're planning on meeting him.
Sloth is kind of like, again, like fanning himself like absently. And he kind of goes, right. Mirrors! They're working again, are they?
Well, sort of. We took one that should have gone somewhere, but instead we were in a lake.
Oh.
So Brandon was going to...
through they weren't working.
Oh.
kind of just like looks off into the middle distance again. And he kind of like he does that thing where he's just like massive exhale of, oh, how do I deal with this? Very much like awkward dad who's just had his, coming of age daughter approach him about a lot of subjects he was not prepared for reaction. And it's the, like fanning himself again. Yeah. And being like, and you said he's where? In the sea?
Yeah, the island surrounded by storms.
Oh, okay. Just you can tell he doesn't know where that is.
Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't go to council meetings.
Yeah, no, he does not. He goes, right. And I think maybe like this conversation might start to put into context more reasons why he's going on a boat that's headed in that direction, right? Because like if the Rakishan Emperor is in fact heading back up to the seat of the sun, it is up that way, like on the map, and that does mean that
it's Myr'ra. Yeah,
it is Myr'ra.
Be right back.
It was. So yeah, he doesn't say too much. He does seem really lost in thought. Like the joy seems to have like faded. Not because he's not like not happy to have heard that news, but it's more a case of now everything else is like seeping in. There's so much to catch up on. Like so many things are different now. Bran and Elle's still around, right? You can kind of see all that on you can see his clearly mulling everything over in his face. There's a lot of turmoil in his face. He doesn't really say much unless engaged.
Yeah, I'll kind of make sure he's got tea, and we'll just kind of again, probably just sit in silence with him in that kind of way of I also don't know how to fix this, but I will just be here.
And I think as obviously that kind of time plays on in that scene where he does sit in silence for a bit until he finishes the tea and goes, that was kind of good. Aye. Just again, almost small talk that he's making in a way. Just to almost as if he's trying to ground himself in the moment again, rather than wherever his thoughts have wistfully taken him. And yeah, I think that's when he goes, should I go see him?
I think that's up to you. He obviously it's still very new to him, but I think he'd appreciate seeing a familiar face. I think keeping all the memories.
He does another big exhale when you say that, right? He goes, I don't know if it's something that he would enjoy, given how things ended. But I think it's important, though, that I go and speak to him.
I think he'd appreciate.
You can see there's just heaviness to him now. I have to go do something I don't want to do, but it needs to be done. Responsibility.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he kind of does that, and then off he goes, just to pace for a bit. No worries.
Myr'ra will awkwardly shrug at the group, I don't know.
Is anyone else wanting to be involved in that conversation, or is everybody happy to?
Just also sipping tea that has been given, just really awkwardly.
If anything, I don't know. I don't know if Falkwin would be that interested in asking about Bran and Elle. He have that personal connection with Bran and Elle. But as long as the topic was on elves, if a moment came up, he might bring up something about Modestellara. But I don't know about. I don't know what specific he would want to talk about.
It's up to you. Yeah, you throw the idea around the players if you want just now. What's Sean thinking? The others could maybe help shape what Falkwin could be thinking.
I did wonder in bringing up the Island of Storms, because obviously we know that that's how she lost her sight.
Oh, God, yeah.
So I wondered
yeah.
if he did know anything, he'd have maybe said, "Oh yes, the island that,"
Mhm.
and the fact he kind of didn't respond to that.
Yeah, that's probably somewhere that Falkwin would chime in. Falkwin's probably remembering more about Modestellara's history than Sean is, for sure.
Do you want some basic highlights from Modestellara's history at all? Would that help? Because
Sure.
I think I guess the bullet points of her was that she was alive during the Fey War, and she doesn't know how long that took from her. That's the problem with the Fey War is, yeah, it was 900 years ago it ended, but we don't actually know when it started, because Fey bullshit. She watched her parents being killed in front of her quite cruelly by the Fey, and it seems to really have got to her. And I guess, her thing since then, when you kind of discovered that when she learned of Chiral and stuff, she was like, he can go back to where he came from. It's not a case of she felt they need to kill him. It was just not welcome in this world, and was her viewpoint, which I think shocked a lot of people, thinking she was just going to absolutely kill him. But no, it was just, no, he can leave.
Also shows that she definitely doesn't know what actually ended the war.
No, not at all.
She would be big man.
She'd be livid
Big,
if she found out what happened to the Fae.
Yes.
Which, for anyone who's just joined us, exactly, that's where the humans came from.
I am a Fae. Spooky.
Yeah. I mean, there were always humans, right? Always. That's why there's 5 blades, right? Definitely wasn't the table of the 4 blades.
And it's just so interesting that we just love to make deals.
Right?
Love to sell our souls. So into it.
Yeah. Who to again? Those pesky devils. Who was it that warned everyone of the Fey War? Those pesky devils.
The drama.
I love as well how the Fae kind of inserted themselves in the least suspicious part of the table, like the very middle. Like, 3rd blade. They're not the new 1st blade, they're not the new 5th blade, they're the new 3rd blade.
Yep.
Who would question that?
Just kind of slot in the middle. They must have always been there, you know? Like, dwarves, dragons, they get nothing on us. But yes, Modestellara would probably be in Falkwin's mind, so he would probably say...
He said she was.
Yes, wait. Don't remind me of this. But yeah, he'd probably say something like, yes, Branonel has been active in the world for some time prior to properly waking up, I suppose. He's already had a run-in with Modestellara as well.
Oh, he kind of makes those I'm listening noises like a grandpa would make, you know?
He's the one who blinded her.
And he kind of goes...
We don't have purpose, to be fair.
And he kind of looks between the two and goes, why would he do that?
We don't know. And we don't even know if he was conscious properly at the time. We don't know anything, really.
Whatever residue from... Myr'ra's going to probably gesture quite expansively at that. Happened to end the Fey War. Possibly also caused whatever happened to Branonel and the storms around the island. Modestellara again, I'm going to kind of look at the party and, from my memory, we know this because there was a council meeting happening and we were just kind of there waiting for our turn.
Yep.
So it's information that we have that we maybe shouldn't. But that Modestellara was, and okay, I'll flip back into character. Modestinara was attempting to look at the cause of the storms, and through that, her blindness was inflicted, but not knowingly by Brandonelle, as far as we're aware.
I mean, I don't know why he would do that anyway. Like, he was very affable person when I met him. Well, times being what they were, still awfully pleasant. And kind of like does that looking off into the distance, clearly like continuing the conversation thoughts in his head, right? Where maybe the expression on his face is, let's hope he's still as affable. And he kind of says, Modestinara, she's awfully noisy, do you think? Always feeling the need to talk. And you probably know her as a very stoic porcelain person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think nosy. She's in other people's heads a lot for someone who doesn't like people being in her head.
Mm-hmm. So he definitely said noisy, just in case it didn't come through properly, rather than nosy. But I mean, we're not disagreeing that she's not nosy. Definitely nosy. But yeah, he does seem to at least be fairly aware of Modestinara as well. It'd be worrying if he wasn't. Considering they were both in the Fey War together, and obviously there's very few people that can say that, right? So yeah, he probably could push that angle of conversation if he's had anything else he's wanted to try and learn, but that's his thoughts so far on it anyway.
Modestinara is alive.
Aye.
Should she be?
Should she not be?
She seems quite old, no? I mean, you yourself are obviously very old.
I wouldn't
also,
let her hear you say that about her. It's quite rude. Okay, like this seems to have like brought me a bit back down to earth, right? Like this kind of like cheekiness. And he's like, I don't think I should like hearing that. She's old, aye. If indeed you can care about that for an elf, they seem to live as long as they please. Any of you know that's just not true. Like, elves live a couple hundred and go. Do you know what I mean? Especially bronzebarks that are the shorter lived ones. It's hard to say about the Silverthorn because they keep to themselves most of the time, but they maybe get like 300 years at the most. But even that's quite an outset.
And he's also Fey War.
He who conquered the moon. He who conquered the moon, yes.
And did Modestinara not imply that like she didn't know why she was still alive?
Yes, so she did say that. She's like, I don't know why I haven't died yet.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine there's a purpose yet for me, or something like that, she said. Which is why she hasn't felt the need to do anything to herself. She's clearly like, well, I'm meant to be around if I'm still around because I'm not immortal.
Which could she could have seen it as like, oh, the fact Chiral's still here is why she's still here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or as we know, the fact the Falkwin might be awake on the moon.
Yeah, lots of problems.
Yes.
So any other questions for Sloth? Welcome back, Chris.
He's been about as useful to talk to as a sloth.
Yes.
So far. But
Chris,
that's you get what you pay for.
Any thoughts from Nori regarding Sloth, Brandonelle, Modestinara? Anything on Nori's mind?
No, I think I'd want to keep right out of that conversation.
Fair.
Any Bronzebark questions? Any Helborn questions even?
Did we ask Sloth about the heart piercer? Have we done that?
I think so.
Ooh.
Not to throw another side question.
Do it.
I don't think we have enough of those.
We need more.
Chris?
Okay, right, that's fine. So while we kind of have you here, we went a little walk to Sin, and we got kind of jumped around and came back, and we had a encounter with a character that we're calling the Heart Piercer.
Sounds
That
a
ring any bells?
bit. Sounds a bit dramatic, does it not?
He seems to like to kill Balgain? Barlane. Who are moving south, shall we say, from Sin.
Oh, moving away from the pit. I wouldn't advise that. The wastelands are pretty dangerous. Could get picked off easier in the wastelands.
It seems to be, even with an escort that we kind of provided for this one journey. Yes, it kind of, shall we say, invaded our minds. And then I don't think with his power fled is the correct way, but it was described that he left us after what he'd done through a silver gate.
You might be
I think that's
misremembering
right,
some
guys.
details. So I think you're conflating some things. So when you were dealing with the Heart Piercer in the tunnels, there was a lot of illusionary at play, and it seems like there was some people's minds addled by illusion magic as well. So maybe not all the refugees were there. Maybe they were. Maybe they were bamboozled. Some people turned up dead as if they'd been killed. Several feet back in the cave, etc. When he left, it was him and Lockhart having that kind of I'm not actually here anymore. I've used this time to escape. Mohaha, type escape. But it didn't seem like he was in any danger of not killing you guys anyway, right? Like he seemed fairly competent at what he was doing, but he'd achieved what he came to do. Because the Barlen that these were looking for seemed to be gone. The only person he didn't seem to be able to get, but he thought he'd got, was KT. KT had been pinned to the wall. The Silver Gate thing, I think you're confusing with the golden light in the sky that people have attributed. But those were rumours you learned from Myr'ra's grandmother. That's not stuff you've witnessed. And the Golden Gate, if you would be so bold to say that, is generally considered how the Goldleaf Elves get to their space. Their city that they made to escape to. Mirage. So, I think you've conflicted a little bit that, but...
Yeah.
But, I mean, the gist of it's correct, right?
Would you know anything about these things?
Well, I understood everything you said, but as for connecting it together, I think you're a few jigsaw pieces short of the whole picture,
Yeah, we think so. Lockhart had more of an interaction than the four of us, but
Lockhart's clearly deep in conversation with Gamble currently. But Sloth has a think to himself a bit and he goes, I'll be honest, I'm a bit knocked for six currently, with what you have told me so far. It's kind of hard to then now go into a murder mystery. Could have started with that. Right. So someone's killing Barlen. Why?
One of the mysteries we would like to try and answer.
I'd say, if you can solve that, be on to something. He nods sagely.
Yeah. Yeah. It in my mind, okay, one other little thing then to tell you is I believe this person, this thing, also killed my parents
Oh,
years ago.
he seems quite shocked by that. Like, your parents were Berlin.
We believe at least one
Oh,
elven.
weren't one of mine, were they?
I can tell you my father's name if I quickly get my character. I took a note of his name.
Player question. Well, Chris is looking for that. Do the devils have a way of knowing whether someone is theirs or whether someone is like a descendant from one of theirs?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
We might be about to find out.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Ronnie. Ronnie Nediam.
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't think I've met any Ronnies. Kind of like shakes his head a bit, as if like looking to the sky for inspiration, like wafting himself with a hat. Kind of like, no. I mean, granted, it's been a while since I've made a deal with anyone. Wait, how old's your dad? Sorry, was?
Oh, I was 4 when he was killed.
How old are you now?
21ish. I hope. I think.
Years?
I've been imagining Nori as some like 7-year-old this whole time.
Really? No, I've always had
Yeah,
young adult.
no.
Yeah, like it's always been like 19-ish is in
Yeah,
my head.
Mm.
but by the time that's when we
Yeah.
started venturing.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
what do you mean?
it's just added the years on through stress. But yeah, like so.
I was a child, so it's hard to tell.
Basically, like
Very few memories of that
like
time.
the gist of what Sloth's asking is something you can't really answer because he's effectively asking when your dad made the deal. You don't know that because you had no clue he was a Berlin. I am up until
Correct.
potentially recently. So yeah, and until a devil lays claim to him, there's no proof he is one. Other than, I guess, a vampire man in a cave drinking your blood.
That was going to be my next line. The suggestion actually came from a vampire man in a cave drinking my blood.
Oh, you've had quite a colourful life, haven't you?
It was an adventure whenever I was growing up, but it's become even more so in the last few months.
I
few
could
years.
nap for
We get
20
around.
years and not get anything done. And you've had like a whole life.
I hope not. I hope it's still only the start of it.
He kind of chuckles every time he goes, so far, corrects.
Yes, please. Yes. It seemed, yes.
I mean, if you're interested
However,
in extending
go to
that
the next
life, you
scene.
know, there's always avenues. There's always avenues, he says, like kind of spookily.
From someone who thought he was more elf than anything else, I don't think I'd go for that at the moment. You never know what the future holds, though.
No, that's what oracles are for, right? And I don't. Who wants to know what's coming next, right? Ish.
I would have, because I wouldn't be doing half of what I do in the next scene.
Just you wait, we'll get there. But yeah, anybody else got anything they want to cover with Sloth before he decides to wander off to the Emperor's boat?
We've given a bit to think about.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it was worth holding space for that, just so that he had. So he has got a lot to think about, like you say. Yeah, loaded him up with some side quests. But no, I think it was important to obviously give him a bit of input into something that you knew he felt really bad about. Whether you don't really know why, but that might have obviously shaped a little bit of it for you guys, considering it did seem to be joy, relief, and guilt rather than regret. Hearing he's still around. Yeah, he doesn't seem to care much for Modesta Lara either. Yeah, but I mean,
Plays right into Falkwin sense.
like, who does Sloth really care about?
Enemy.
Right? Like,
Anyway.
yeah. So far we know he cares about boats. And that's been about it, besides maybe Brandon. So yeah, if that's this scene concluded, then just want to catch Hannah up on the next session. Yeah.
No.
Well,
No.
there were some
No.
puppies sniffing around
never happened.
outside our campsite.
Yeah, we went into
By-
the forest a bit more, into the jungle, trekked for a few days. Then we rested, like set up the fancy camp from Gamble, and then we got a GM intrusion. And then there was
I rolled last week. I rolled like, or the last time,
So
I
bad.
rolled like a donkey. There was nothing I did apart from the last hit went right.
No, like
Nothing.
Chris normally rolls quite immaculately, like throughout the whole like
Yeah.
4 arcs. He's kind of rolled really well, except that one fight with the Theron where I think almost every arrow missed. Besides that, though, almost immaculate rolls until last session, where it was every possible bad roll that could have happened. Oh,
Yeah, the dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
They certainly did last week. They certainly did. But I'll let other people tell that story because I'm in a dinosaur's mouth at the moment. And no, I got out the dinosaur's mouth, didn't I? Yes.
yeah, I think you're at the kind of chin of said dinosaur currently. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really know what
Over
to do, did we? There was like distracting and mind wipe, and Nora was in the end like Nora was like, "Oh, run out and distract and run around and stuff," and then it didn't go so well. And
The
now
problem
we're
is-
fighting dinosaurs.
A king's
In-
best
in-
friend.
in
is
my
our
notes-
claim. Yeah, on you go. Sorry, Sean, if you've got something to
In my notes, I have the line written: Nori distracted it, nearly got eaten.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's fine. So what happened was they obviously
Yeah.
realized that Gamble was really worse for wear. He's like this, manipulating this magic this quickly, this often isn't good for you. So he's not so hot. Posey's looking after him as best she can because it's her daddy, and due to nepotism reasons, she didn't want anyone knowing, and so that they were related in the Arcanatrix. Hence why it's all been kept, off the books. And I don't know if you remember when you met her as well. Like she said that she didn't have MD in her life,
Yes.
but then when you caught up with people in the Arcanatrix, she'd apparently left to go see family.
Yeah. Does he know she's trying to become immortal?
He knows the bee has been handed off to the Arcanatrix. Yes.
Okay.
So he knows that she is involved in that mess.
Uh-huh.
But that also kind of happened around about the same time as he had to faked his death, and yeah, he's not really got time to deal with her shit currently. Also, she doesn't seem to be pursuing bee immortality currently. She was quite happy to get rid of that. So
I feel like Gamble and my own parents would probably have quite a good what are our children in?
yeah. Why are they like this? But so
We
Gamble's
brought them up so well.
we did our best. It's not a reflection on us. But yeah, the party were like, oh, we'll have a wee look outside the tent area and see what's what, because Gamble couldn't adjust the transparency of the tent to look out, and they poked their nose out with the GM intrusion roll beautifully, and it was a big King's best friend snout takes a big whiff of Nori. Nori just went back in, and it was like, so gang,
Curtains.
we will debate this until a second one turns up. That's what we'll do. So they debated it until a second one turned up. So there was 2, because they thought, we'll just wait it out, maybe it'll wander off. No, it seemed quite happy with this location. The party did discover that, I think we've mentioned it before, but it might have been last session it came up. These do seem to be magically sensitive. And a lot of magic has happened here recently, so they seem to be investigating. So they might have been nesting nearby, and this has pulled them over. Potentially, we don't really know, because Nori tried to distract them and then got charged by one and then was in its mouth for a good bit of the fight, and then Lockheart tried to psychically try and take one out distraction wise and then got on the GM intrusion, and it said he lost his voice for a couple of minutes, which was perfect because he reminded me after that he'd got his throat cut the previous session. So it really did fit quite nicely, that intrusion. So Lockhart's currently dealing with the fact that his throat's fucked and can't help narratively, and the fact that Alexander's absent. So that works quite nicely. Have I missed any details from last week other than user fighting 2 T-Rexes, King's best friends? 1 is blooded.
Well done, well done.
Yes.
1 is
It
covered
took
in drill.
25 damage to bloody that one.
Wow.
So
Also,
Falkwin fused
Hi.
with Aliben and blasted it for 16,
well
and it
done.
didn't seem to do very much.
Ooh, could be
only
mad.
then, yeah. Maybe, I'm not sure. The vibe that I apparently got at the time was that it would probably take 2+ more of those to take it down.
And how far away
after-
is it? Plan A again.
After this, Nori slashed with his bladed longbow and dealt 9, and that was enough to bloody it. So,
Okay.
it apparently took more damage than it seemed from Falkwin's magic blast.
Do you remember the bladed lock? Were you here for Nori getting Aluben's project finished, where it was the boat? Yep, cool. The bronze bark replication.
The very cool, yes.
Yeah, cool.
But like, well, you can stab with it, and it was cool.
Cool.
But again, silver linings. If they were nesting nearby, there might be eggs. We need eggs. That's technically why we're here.
Need.
You can make an omelette.
I've got a whole cipher about it.
They did
You know,
debate
what
the
if-
cipher pheromone thingy as well. They did debate that. And I was like, yeah, it's Myr'ra that's got that, but it's more about the eggshell pheromones, not just 2 random ones turning up. But I did say that behaviourally, they seem mated. Behaviourally. So that's something that they rolled and worked out as well. That was other info.
Yeah. Amazing.
So what if they have eggs, they have a clutch of eggs, that are already fertilised and that they're currently incubating? Do we make omelette, or do we take the whole egg back? And I'd be like, here you can
What
have
if we put the egg
wizard
in
to study.
Ali Ben's garage and it just hatches?
Or Margot's, like,
Hmm.
teleport cube thing.
Nightmare.
Oh no.
Maybe it's like Pokemon, where you can't
Or like-
put eggs in your bag.
Do you remember those
They
aliens?
count as living things. Hmm?
That if you put the aliens in the same egg, they would make
Oh,
babies. They never made babies.
Yeah.
Lies. They're just made of plastic. I believed it for so long.
We were all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's unless anyone has anything else they want to catch Hannah up with about the last session, going once,
That's pretty much
going
it.
twice, then I think it's maybe worth jumping in to where we left off, which was the turn order.
Ah, okay. Do I need to roll initiative?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We actually debated last week whether I'd got fed up with the game because I was rolling so badly.
Like, just give it up. Yep.
That's
Like,
enough.
over.
We've done too long. It's over. We're talking about new games.
Yeah. Oh my god, listen.
Oh,
Let's
So, Dagger Heart, everybody!
Oh yeah, put this in the right, guys.
We just go play that instead, yeah? Right, I'll just...
Myr'ra just stays in the tent, shuts the door,
So,
stays where she is.
I'll get the deck again, right? We'll see...
Just
we'll
making some more tea, you know. Yeah.
Let's see what else we end up with. Oh my god. Whew.
Well, one of the options is Chromera, so just throw that out as well.
It's a good option.
Does that
to
not
everybody.
happen naturally if you get a 1?
I think it's just become. I don't know. That is up to.
Let's see.
Because I think at this point, because it's an intellect tax, I can automatically pass to change back. It's not as much of a fun.
Right, let me see what 3 cards I got, right, for this intrusion. Okay. So I'll read them out without having pre-read them. That's more exciting. A character's artifact or manifest cipher has different function than expected, determined randomly, perhaps due to an error in its creation or a hasty assessment by the character. If an artifact is affected, there may be a chance, difficulty equal to the artifact's level +2, that a skilled character can modify it to have both functions. So that's quite fun. That's the combat option. The interaction The interaction option. An unknown entity attempts to kidnap the NPC during the interaction. So I guess like the T-Rex?
An unknown entity.
An unknown entity. Yeah, like we need to add more complications to the plot. The character notices a number or symbol that has a coincidental connection to current or recent events. So that's one card. The next card, so ridiculous. The T-Rexes have carved their name in a love heart on one of the tree. The foe and character switch weapons, perhaps due to one disarming the other and then being disarmed in turn and continue to fight. The NPC stops talking to the character, begins conversation. Well, that's not really valid, but it does involve you being ignored by the T-Rex, which is funny. Socially ignored. So ridiculous. Alright, what's the last one? The foe figures out how to escape, evade, or overcome a special advantage or obstacle the character is using, such as a net, barricade, mind control, and can't be affected by it for the rest of the combat. Suddenly feels the urge to do something they know is dangerous, jump into traffic, jump over a safety railing, blah blah blah. That's the miscellaneous one, and that's you suddenly feel the need to do something dangerous.
I could follow Nori's example.
So I think the best interpretation of those three fairly poor cards for this scenario is that no mind whammying stuff's gonna happen for these, I think, based on Lockhart's massively failed attempt at psychic overload with them. And I think the best interpretation, considering one of them is overcoming a special advantage, being the amount of mind powers, I think, between you and Lockhart and Falkwin. Not that you have that many, I think, between you without Lockhart, but I think it's just a good way of saying that it's no longer an option. It's the neatest way to deal with that, I think. And I think it's dealer's choice if you Hulk out or not, is it not, for you? With the beast within. So
let's do it.
So I'll give you your place of 1.
Thank you. Yeah, I think Myr'ra tries to barrel roll out of the tent, trips over her own feet, and lands as a crow.
Yeah. Just majestic. Nori, you're not last anymore, which is, a nice boon. Okay. Nori, I think you're right in front of this, I believe.
No.
Can we, before we start, can we take stock of how healthy everyone is? How fucked do we all look right now?
Yeah.
I think
I'm not yet into the impaired. I'm still.
I think
I'm
saying
still
that
okay.
you're, pretty tip-top, medium, or pretty bad, I think is a good glance, right? Appropriate way of communicating where users sat at. So, yeah, are you in danger bad? Are you, this fight should end quickly, but I'll get through it okay, but you've spent resources? Or is it, nah, I'm pretty fresh? So.
I'll take the middle one.
Okay.
I'm also pretty medium. I've spent a lot of stuff so far. I would not enjoy being slapped in the face, but I'm not in serious danger yet.
No, we did draw a lot of aggro recently. And then, Hannah, you should be pretty fresh as well.
I'm pretty fresh.
You should be, full, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have taken a rest, a few rests since.
Yep.
At that one point I was down, I will add.
Yep.
Stunning.
But yeah, I think, Kalli, roll me a D2, sorry, a D3, right? And 1 is Falkwin, 1 and 2, sorry, is Falkwin, and 3 is Nori.
Mm, mm. No,
I'm
whoops.
getting
Maybe
out
that's
that
right.
place.
Start.
Nope, so you do /R, space.
That was it. I just did it the wrong
That's okay.
way round.
And the reason
That's better.
Told you.
The reason I'm doing aggro that way as well, because it's easier, is that having been Kamehame-had for a lot of damage, you can imagine that would attract attention, but with a target right in front of it at the same time, it's more likely to debate between, does it snap at who's in front of it, or does it rush for the person that made it hurt quite significantly? And Nori had also slashed up at this thing, so yeah. But yes, so it's going to go for you, Nori. You know the drill, you gotta have to dodge out the way. With a big chompy attack.
So I'm rolling against speed.
Yep.
I figured out if I have any bonuses from anything. Difficulty obviously unknown.
And remember your armor penalties if you're using effort for speed, if you have any. Which by default you will have unless you have got rid of them through leveling up.
So that's the armor speed cost, which is 1. So for every effort I use,
It'll be just 1
I
point more.
lose.
So first level of effort is normally 3 points, but yours would cost 4. And then every additional level would cost 3 rather than 2. So if you were spending 2 effort on one task, it would be 4 for the first level and 3 for the following, so 7 total, which is quite pricey, rather than 5.
I use 1 effort. An asset, please. No. $16.
And what's your total? 16, cool. Yeah, so this thing chomps down again on you, and it's 10 damage. Obviously your armor will...
Chomp.
Armor is 3, so that's 7 damage then.
The other thing as well is
Alright.
Nori did use the golden lotus bloom.
Yeah.
And what was your depletion roll again?
Yeah, it was gone after 1 use. Yeah.
I mean, it did work though for
so-
that use, but it was...
Certainly did.
Again, it was the session of Nori rolls the worst Nori has ever rolled.
So 10
I know what
minus
that
3,
was.
7 off me.
And it goes to
Take
might
it
first.
off.
It always goes to might first. Unless it specifies where the damage goes, which I will say if it did. But,
Okay.
yeah. You got any might left?
No, wait. I've got 2 left.
That's not bad, not bad. They're still functional.
Just, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the second one's turn. That's going to be a case of a D3, and it's Shauna's 1, Kalli's 2, Anna's 3. And Kalli, do you want to give me a roll for that again?
Can I roll again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going for you, Kalli.
Oh no.
Gotta give me a defense roll. It's the second one. It's going to have a big chompy.
Defense. Is there a thing for it? Is it just...
So it's effectively just a speed roll, unless you've got training from some source or ability that gives you skill in it.
If I have anything. No. Nap. Bonus, nothing.
I don't think you have any armor penalties, 'cause I think we took them all away from your level up.
Yeah, I have no armor penalties.
It's a shame it's not made of fire, because then it would probably do nothing to
Yeah. If it was made of fire. Great.
Oh my.
Oh.
Cool.
So Daggerheart, yeah.
Yeah, that's oh, boys. I'm gonna be a swamp witch.
I have XP if you would like to re-roll.
I've got a couple of XP. I will use XP to reroll because this is just.
This is
not
insane.
happening. It's just
I
not
will-
happening.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think getting hit by too many of these is not acceptable. Problem.
Let's try that
should've-
again.
I should have done that for my bloom.
It's better. It's not great, but it's
Whew.
better.
So the what's the total there? Sorry, is it 12?
12, yeah.
Okay, yep. 10 damage Myr'ra as this thing's chomped at you as you try and like leap away, but the thing's
Ooh.
like just that bit too like quick. These
Okay, so
I think I
that
did describe it last time
is-
as these things are faster than they seem to be. Like they charged Nori much quicker than Nori was prepared for.
Oh, did I? I would have had my shroud up, wouldn't I?
Yeah, your
Would
shroud's
have
on.
done it
Yeah,
at the last one. So I get 2 points of damage for melee striking.
nice.
Striking me.
I will mark that down.
Fuck you. And that comes from Might first, doesn't it?
Damage does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Cool. Okay. Next. That's them gone. Ignysera.
cool. Okay, so Nori is not in the mouth anymore. Nori is on the floor.
This thing's
Yes.
chomped at
Yes,
Nori, but
indeed.
it is
Yes,
not
yes,
in the
yes.
mouth. Yeah.
Which was the one that just attacked me, the one that was attacking
No,
or the other one.
the other one. So
The
the
other
one
one.
that was attacking Nori is the one that Falkwin's also like scorched the side of quite badly. Like properly like decayed quite a lot of the
That's
side
the one
of
that's one that's like bloodied.
Yeah, bloodied, exactly.
I'm just gonna try and hit that one with my sword, try and get one down. So yeah, I'm just gonna like with a raw action cleave forward, like heat is just rolling off of her, of the steel as it like tries to bite into the
And you're aiming for the one that's attacking Nori, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
the one
cool.
that's more damaged.
Noise.
Actually. No bonus, don't know the difficulty. Effort. Effort to damage. No, we're gonna lose a lot of points.
And what's her total?
Oh, so 12. What was that?
Yeah, it's 12, yep. So no, like this thing like manages to like flick its tail to like throw you a bit off balance so that your swing doesn't land, it just hits like the ground next to it. Like you can see from like its side eye like properly piercing through you as well, as if it's caught onto you too. Also, you're a big flamey girl, so like, you know. Lockhart's coughing a lot. And Falkwin. Still glowing.
So I'm still glowy, and this is not the minor wish glowy. This is the full fusion dance.
Yeah, this is your
right?
fusion dance you did with Elven. The other thing as well, Hannah, is
so
that he
because-
hasn't been burnt out like he was when he killed the like
Oh,
when he
yeah,
disintegrated
yeah.
the Falgain. This is some currently sustainable.
Weaker, I think. I mean, it's not like singed it into atoms.
More
but-
healthily channeled,
Um,
I think I would phrase it as.
Mhm. Yes. So mechanically, I forget the way this works because
Me
it's not
too.
on my character sheet as an official thing.
No, you were spending a point per damage. To count
Ah,
how you have.
yeah, okay. So I roll to hit, and then would do normal damage, and then I get to spend an extra point per extra damage I want to do, or am I deciding how much to spend up front?
All up front, there was no normal damage. This was just you channeling raw power through the move, and there was no roll to hit.
Okay, so guaranteed hit.
It's because you're burning
Okay.
through who you are.
Yes, I see.
hmm
I am going to burn.
What have you got left? What we're
10.
looking at? Because I know you were quite hefty the last time.
Yeah, I spent 16 last time, I guess. I'm currently looking at 10, 10, 10.
It's not terrible. It's like a starring character.
So, yeah. So I'm thinking I burn 5 each speed and intellect because I've got quick quits. To do 10 to the one that's already bloodied. The hope is that the other one will run away when that first one dies. We'll see whether that happens, but it'd be easier to deal with one target at a time rather than try to do equal damage to both. So I'm thinking focus the one that's weak.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm gonna. I could do more than 10. I could do like. I could do another 16. I could take 8 out of both stats and go down to 2 each speed and intellect.
You're just guessing at whether we need that much, though, aren't you?
Yeah, like I ideally want to kill it in one right now, but I want to do that as efficiently as possible. I'm gonna go 16. I'm gonna spend 8 from both speed and intellect and blast it with as much of my soul as I can bear.
Cool. So 16 damage.
Yeah.
Also, anyone that is trying to pay attention to how this ran last time, these rules are probably completely different to how it ran last time. I don't care. The new now is more exciting. So, okay. And you describe how you're Kamehamehaing again? Your golden light?
Yeah, so I've definitely got some kind of godlike aura. Alabama would be proud. Glowing, like kind of suddenly tattooed, like avatar state. If the avatar state was gold, and also the tattoos weren't there before, they just kind of appear. Eyes are burning with golden light. I guess I just kind of speak some words.
So like golden eye light and golden mouth light, just wah.
Yeah. I don't know about the golden mouth light, but I definitely speak some words. I don't know if I even understand them, but it sounds like my voice and Alaben's voice, and like maybe like a bigger boom. Like we've got big sound design.
Yeah,
budget
we've
for
amped up
this.
the reverb a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. You can feel the bass in your chest. Yeah, and yeah, I guess shake like big boomy noise. There's probably some light, there's probably some special effects. Is it like a beam? Is it like a pillar? I think it's more likely a pillar. I think I'm calling down some kind of pillar of light burning through this thing.
Cool. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
This thing obviously quite clearly like scorched and decayed and whatever under the force of this light. You've probably got like probably quite like a weakened, like tired, fatigued looking Falkwin, like a glowing, avatar in the middle of this. Because this is taking a lot out of Falkwin to obviously output this much. And the thing, like the king's best friend lizard that's like being blasted by this, doesn't go down. It looks like it's like missing like probably the back half of its skin, as all the flesh is there seared. It's probably, depending on your dietary choices, it's probably a nice smell or a horrible smell, depending on your dietary choices. But that thing tail swipes both Kalli, Ignysera and Nori out the way for a cheeky GM intrusion on my part.
Oh no!
So, Kalli, enjoy the XP that you get from that, and also the bonus XP you can give to someone else that I might suggest being Nori.
Yeah.
So you just can get a point of XP for the intrusion as you both end up on your asses, as this thing tail swipes you both, with a fairly damaged tail, mind you, as it leaves, leaving the other one.
Betrayal.
Myr'ra is
Falkwin,
crow mode right now.
Yeah. So you hear in your head, like you can feel like Alaben in your head, and
oh god, I was ready for it to be the other one.
No. You can feel Alaben being like, perhaps we should stop. I don't know how much more of this either of us can channel.
Yes, let's stop. We need to take a break.
And then like obviously the light slowly like dies out and the kind of vine tattoos all like fade and whatnot. And obviously you feel that like weight of your physical being again just slump you down. Like you don't fall down, but obviously it's just I didn't realise I wasn't burdened by physicality.
Yes.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 speed and 2 intellect left. That's what that feels like.
Yeah. It's like you've just woke up from a really horrible sleep and then you're like, where's the coffee at? So yeah. Anything else you're doing, obviously from a roleplay point of view? Otherwise it's Nori.
I guess I just kind of try and like crouch down a bit, catch my breath. I will likely be using my action recovery next turn, but we'll see.
Nori, obviously I assume you want to get off your butt.
Yeah, or maybe I'll stay down here and just take a rest.
just hides in the
Knowing
grass.
that I
Like,
get
if I don't move, can it see me?
Knowing that I get 2 rests for free if I use my action on it.
Well, both your rests count as an action. You don't get both.
Yeah.
At the same
That's
time.
what I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
So the other dinosaur at the present time is not attacking anybody because
It was attacking like Ignysera.
Ignysera.
But Ignysera has like just moved past it to swipe at the one that was hitting you.
Apparently it's not attacking anybody. You know what? I'm going to take a shot at it with my bow.
Cool.
So yeah, even from where I've landed on my back, I've sat up on my backside
Just
and I'm pulling from that position.
Yep.
Yeah, just to see if I can draw it again.
If this was D&D, you'd be rolling with disadvantage, but it's not. Yay!
Difficulty unknown, although we're putting it up close to about 40.
We know it's at most 7. I think we hit it with a 7 last time. We hit it with a 21.
It's been tricky because you have been doing different things to it, which sadly might mean different things have different numbers. Perhaps. And then giving you moves that don't necessarily count as rolls don't help you narrow it down either.
Yes.
My armor doesn't count against this, so my effort to roll is just about to...
Is this a might or a speed roll? Sorry, is it speed?
It's speed against my bow, yeah.
Then it is, your armor does count. Like any effort for speed is increased cost. So are we still spending that effort?
Just.
Okay.
I mean, just.
Are you on 1 speed?
I will be.
So what's your total there we're adding? So it's 12 again, yeah?
Hold on, I've not rolled yet. What I want
Oh,
to
no, I think I
ask
have.
is,
Sorry, I was reading Ignysera's.
Yeah. If I used my armor piercing arrow, does that count as an asset?
No, it would.
Or is that just a +1?
It would be
against the armor
it
piercing?
would be whatever the rules for the armor piercing arrow were, which would be about piercing the armor value of something if it had an armor value. It wouldn't be an asset or anything.
I'm using a +1 armor piercing arrow.
Okay. Now my question to you would be, are you going to re-roll that or keep it? Because if you're burning through your speed to do that, and your total there is what? 8?
5.
I can give you an XP to reroll if you want.
I mean, in theory, you did just also get one for being smacked by a tail as well.
Yes, I'll use that one again and reroll.
Okay, so it's the exact same math that's involved. It doesn't cost you any extra. It's just as if we rewind time and give it another go.
That's a 16. Brings me down.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you land the hit. Yep.
And do 4 damage.
Indeed.
Plus whatever the +1 armor is.
So the way that would work is if this thing had, say, 1 armor, right, it would normally just take 3 damage from that hit. Because you've got +1 to armor piercing, it would do the 4 because it bypasses 1 level. Whereas if it had 2 armor, it would only get through 1 level of the armor and still lose damage on 1 hit. If I'm remembering the arrows correctly. Okay, let me just make sure I'm tracking the right one. Okay, cool. So yeah, this thing, right into the, I guess, like the neck/back area of this thing, as it's obviously facing towards like wherever Ignysera was batted, since it was looking at her originally. And obviously it kind of turns its head slightly sideways and like you can see the eye searching for wherever that came from. A Myr'ra.
Yeah, I feel like as a crow, I've probably not massively noticed much of what's gone on apart from big lizard. So I will attack with my claws.
Nice.
Okay. So, claws. No. Armor difficulty unknown. I need 1 effort to roll. I don't have an asset. Doesn't cost anything. I'm gonna add an effort to damage. I can't see what I rolled.
It's okay. So I think you got 16 as well.
Yes.
Okay, yep. That hits.
Okay. It does 5 damage.
Nice. Yeah, like you obviously.
Noise crows make.
Yeah, you crow out. You go up. You start slashing at the thing with your claws. Yep. Definitely, like you're damaging it, but it doesn't feel like it's significant. And I don't necessarily mean that like you do feel like you're doing. You feel like you're not doing much. Not that this thing's hard to damage, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Much like Nori's arrow
Big
went
health
in
sponge.
fine. Like Nori's arrow went in fine,
Yeah.
but it was an armor-piercing arrow, so it's hard to gauge from that. But even your claws are going in fine.
But it's, meaty.
Yeah,
So
as
hard.
Sean said, yeah, health sponge.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, we did 41 damage to the last one, and it didn't die.
We also don't know, like, it's obviously not wearing, like, armor, traditional armor, but it doesn't mean it's not got, like, some damage reduction as well to our hits.
So, anything else in your...
Myr'ra, I have enough control now of my big form. I wasn't maybe intending to come into it. Look around to be like, I'm going to keep an eye on my friends, and if I think they're retreating, I'm going to try and cover that retreat.
Cool.
So I'm trying to draw attention.
Yeah, draw the aggro. Yep,
Yeah.
cool.
Like annoying on its back or something.
Yeah. Okay, with that in mind then, can Sean, do you want to give me a D4 roll, right? And the numbers as follows are 1 for Ignysera, 2 and 3 for Myr'ra, and 4 for Nori.
Oops.
Ho ho! So it's /
What am I
R,
doing wrong? Oh,
and then it's space 1d4. It's Myr'ra.
Yay!
So this thing basically goes to like bat you with its tail.
Okay.
As it like spins around to work out what the hell's sticking its claws into its butt.
Don't know the difficulty. I'm going to use an effort to roll.
And if I remember rightly, you don't have any speed penalties for your armor, do you?
Not as Myr'ra.
Okay.
Because I only have my ward as Myr'ra.
Cool.
I have penalties as normal Myr'ra.
Okay, cool.
17.
This is you trying to dodge, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. It hits.
Fair.
You take 10 damage.
Ah!
Obviously, if you've got armor or whatever, feel free to apply the armor. But until then, yes, I'm only always going to give the damage it does, and you can deal with the damage reduction on your sides. Cool.
That's fine. And burn my speed point. Okay.
And you remembered to obviously put your stats up for the crow variant of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. And then I'll transfer it back once
cool,
I'm
cool.
not a crow.
Nice, but it's now Ignysera.
Right. I'm just going to try and hit that one again.
Yeah. Give it a go.
Give it a smack. Actually, no, I'm going to add. Because it's annoying me now that I haven't hit.
It's going to be an awful intrusion.
Oh, God.
There
we go. 28.
Yeah, I mean, 28 just hits by quite a margin. Yeah, so yeah, you hit, and I'm gonna assume you want the +3 damage rather than the minor effect. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with more damage.
Yeah, so you want that to be 11 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that 8 damage factoring in? Does your shroud do anything for your damage, or?
It doesn't. It means
'Cause I know that
if they try to attack me, they get
right. Okay. Cool.
damaged.
Just worth checking. That is 11 damage. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Cool. Yeah.
We're halfway there.
And this thing definitely noticed that. Definitely noticed the big gouge out of its side you took. Lockheart starts choking up whatever was in his throat, and it's Falkwin's go.
I am between trying to use my recovery action, or I think, to be honest, I can probably use Inspire Aggression on either Myr'ra or Ignysera.
Remind them what it does.
Yes. So for a minute, this will give you an asset on your might-based attack rolls. So basically, like, +3 chance to hit.
I will say, in case it wasn't that obvious, that this thing's aggro was between those 3 members of the party currently. You haven't drew its aggro yet, which means if you were looking for a good chance to recover, now would be potentially a good chance. But making the heavy hitters land hits is also good.
Is it smart enough to go for the back row?
Well, I mean, these are all kind of surrounding
it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's smart enough to know who nuked its mate.
Fair. It sees you doing stuff. Maybe like, then again, also it sees signs of weakness, and then it might be wanting to go for that. You know, you have to take into account the mental state of these creatures.
Yeah, I mean, it might not even know you're the same person because you're no longer like necessarily smelling the same, right?
Mm-hmm. What do we think, gang? Aggro or buff? Heal or buff? Heal or buff?
I would heal yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can then do that if we're still, but if you don't heal yourself and then you go down, you can't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. And then healing myself also lets me use effort on other things potentially. So, okay, yes. I'll use my recovery action.
Give it a go.
Of course, I rolled a 1.
It's this fight. This is the fight where everybody rolls ones.
Fight of ones.
I thought the curse would
Okay.
break when the other T-Rex would leave, but no, apparently no. It's just the gods have spoken. These T-Rexes are the toughest thing you've fought.
Yep.
Hey, it's still 6 points back to put wherever you want them, which I assume is probably mostly intellect.
Oh, yes.
Right, Nori.
Actually, no. I'm going to do it all in speed, because my speed is my intellect, but my speed is also my health.
I mean, also your intellect, also your health, but it goes in that order. Yeah, might, speed, intellect. So
Yeah.
it's padding
Yeah.
forward isn't the worst idea.
Nori hates the idea of doing this, but he really has to use his action to take a quick rest. I get 2 rests here. I would only come back stronger if I had to then go nose to nose. So yeah, I'm going to take my 2 recovery rolls.
Remember, you get 1 recovery roll. I said this earlier. You only get 1 per action, but you can take 2 of your recovery rolls as an action each. But you only have still 1 per action. So, for example, Falkwin's done his action recovery. His next one takes 10 minutes. Your next one would take an action as well. You still just get 1, unless the ability.
Right.
So it speeds you up to recover, but not. You don't get 2 for 1, basically.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still probably worth doing. You were chewed by one.
Something's going wrong here. Something's going really wrong here.
7's not bad.
Yeah.
Myr'ra.
I will continue to attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's wedged at me. I'm mad.
Yeah.
Right. I attack it with my claws. Submit. I don't know that. I will use an effort.
You still have the restriction that you can't spend intellect, isn't it, while you're this?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Ha
How many ones is that?
This fight.
It's as if it was scripted.
I'm willing to do so, but I will spend an XP to reroll
Valid.
because it feels like not the time.
Wow.
Oh, it's so good, guys.
Genuinely, this fight
Oh,
though,
I'm
like
really mad.
We've rolled 4 1s today.
and that's not including the sheer
ones we rolled
volume of.
last time.
Yeah, like it's
I
insane.
will too.
Oh well, I guess I'll definitely start working on that Daggerheart game for you, gang.
That'd be great. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well let's try again.
Do you know what's funnier? You
Exactly.
didn't need to be here. You have done the.
Yeah. Right now.
Okay, well it still doesn't hit, but it's too long. My goodness.
Yeah, sadly, a 9 doesn't
dear.
hit, sadly, but yes. At least it's.
I could have gone put Roll20 out in the moonlight or something.
Yeah, like let's
Something.
get some sage.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Oh no, we've angered it.
Okay, so.
Need to appease it somehow.
Oh
We're
man.
using weighted dice.
Really wild. Like, maybe I shouldn't have updated this to jump gate on Roll20. Maybe I should just left this as the classic. Maybe that's the problem. But seriously, that's. Normally we roll. I mean, again, karma is karma, right? But normally we roll shit hot. So it's just a shame it decided, right, we need to pay this rebate back, so we'll just squeeze it in here for 2 sessions. Turns out T-Rexes are tax collectors. So. Oh dear. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think this is maybe against Kalli. Ignysera, you hit it last, didn't you? So
Yeah.
I think this is against you. It's probably going to have a chomp at yourself. If you could try and dodge, please. And I'll mark the damage it takes Is it 2 it takes for trying to hit you?
Yes.
I get 10. Yeah, no, you're chomped for 10 damage. But you do notice this thing somehow after taking a swipe at you looks blooded.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Too hot.
But yeah, and then we're on your go.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it again.
Yeah.
It chomped me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to give it a slap.
Mm-hmm.
And my mind's getting quite
Don't worry, so's it.
It's fine. It's totally cool. Great. It's totally fine. We're doing so good, guys. It's not a. Yeah, it's fine.
Again, you can have an XP if you want to.
No, it's fine.
Maybe I think we've got too much XP.
I'm gonna cry.
So, I don't know if you've heard about Daggerheart, but if we just...
This
Also,
would just be us all with no hope,
like,
and you with all the
there you go. Hey look, it's Falkwin with the Aluben thing. Let me try and see if I can try and get this to show up.
I can't see. It's mostly the map.
Nope, it's not one to show up, sadly. Dun, dun. Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
you go.
oh, yeah.
There we go.
Aw.
Oh, I want like a hot book so much.
Boy.
Next week, Alexander and Lockhart are here on their own.
With Posey and Gamble
Just
in the
wakes
tent,
up and he's
yeah.
like, oh, what?
Mhm. Again? I guess I'll have to find a new party, like the professor from Futurama. Good news, new crew!
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, so are we re-rolling that, or are we keeping it, or what's happening?
I am gonna re-roll it because I'm tired.
Yeah.
I hit so good. Actually, I hit once. It's fine, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't want us to die. And it's getting closer to that. There we go.
Yes.
9 damage.
Yes. Let me... Okay,
Just
yep.
have no effort now. That's just how she does. So, just please. Thank
Okay.
you.
Kalli, there's a GM intrusion. You get XP and you get to gift XP. My suggestion would probably be to Myr'ra, as this T-Rex also swipes both of you back as it makes its escape.
Fantastic.
Yes, and it does seem to follow suit after its mate. A direction potentially worth noting.
I will transform out of Myr'ra sort of as I hit the ground
Mm-hmm.
in order to not attack my friends.
These things had a rule that if they'd taken X amount of their health total damage,
They
they
leave.
would leave. Yeah, depending on the situation. I tweaked the rules somewhat because obviously the way you did damage to them was quite different. So one got to like 25 damage, so it wasn't quite at the 30 damage threshold it needed for that, but then it went to 41. I'm like, it's getting the fuck out of there. Which meant I thought, I'm happy for the next one as soon as it hits like just over bloodied. It's gonna go after its mate, since it's went, the scenario has changed dramatically against it. 34 damage you did to that though. It's alright.
Didn't feel that way.
Oh, it will. No, it definitely feels like a lot of 34 damage to you guys. Mm-hmm.
I immediately take my action recovery.
Yep, that's fair. Yep. I think maybe you all just go back in the tent and maybe just take at
Rest,
least some
10 hours.
10 minutes
Just-
as well.
just
Yeah.
just take some time to discuss what the fuck happened, because I mean, you might want to decide that moving might be a good idea though.
Just get
Maybe so.
more rest.
Are we taking at least 10 minutes to lick our wounds from this?
Do you think it will come back in 10 minutes?
I can stay on watch,
Um,
and if I hear it,
will it
'cause
come back in 10
I'm
minutes with friends, is the thing. Because if we take 10 minutes to lick our wounds, we can probably kill them. Maybe.
They're away for their 10-minute recovery roll as well.
Mm,
Why did we leave our healing T-Rex at home?
The second question is, how long does it take to take the tent down and for us to get out of here?
Yeah.
Well, we were going to leave it up realistically and come back to it, but do we want? Mm-mm.
I mean, I think if you are doing anything, you just have to stay and guard the tent for like a day before it could reasonably be even attempted to be taken down. And then you're lucky if
We'd have to
Gambles.
leave it anyway.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So I think it's a case of go in, 10-minute recovery, have a chat about your situation, and realistically probably head into the center, right?
if they're in the tent, are they safe?
or follow the bloodied T-Rexes going back to their nest where we might get eggs.
And just go in and slaughter them. Yeah.
So I think why don't we
That's
take
nice.
our 10-minute rest as a break,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We'll take a little break here, and we'll come back to this situation, and we'll see what he's come up
Okay.
with. So, yes, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay. We'll likely have an advert. Yes, I
so
do.
we should be back, hopefully. Good hello again. I'll wait and see if the audio works. You all still need to speak, remember, for that to work.
Oh, yes, we do.
Hello.
Yeah.
Audio.
Interesting. Anyone listening?
Hopefully.
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah, and there's a little bit echoey, but not.
We can handle that. That's fine. Been doing my best to try and mute as well with this very dodgy switch.
Mhm.
Okay,
Can
so
you hear Victor?
good. Got everybody else's audio.
And they can hear me.
Alright.
There we go.
Perfect. Cool.
No one else was talking in the period between it starting.
No worries. Well, good. Our audio is working. So, good hello. Welcome back to part 2 of part 25 of the 4th arc of this fun-shot expanded edition of Cascade, the last of the Summer Elves. I'm Victor, the GM, and here are the players.
Hello, I'm Sean, and I'm playing Falkwin, who's the mystical speaker who keeps a magic ally.
Hi, I'm Kalli. I'm being distracted by a very energetic but I am playing Ignysera, who is a dragon who has a halo of fire.
Hello, I'm Hannah, and I'm still playing Myr'ra Pentergast, a Helborn Adept who sheds her skin.
Evening, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Chris. I'm playing Nori Nediam, a half-elven explorer who likes to infiltrate.
Can I change your intro if you learn, like, that you're half, like, if you're like a Helborn? You're gonna change it to, like, I'm a Helborn half-elf explorer?
Yes.
Oh, you can be
Fun.
It's one of those things, until that power comes out, if there is a power or whatever it is, that I'm affected or infected or... yeah, one of them. By then, yes, until...
I mean, hypothetically, right? I have to say hypothetically. If you were Helborn, you'd already have the power.
Exactly. But which one is it? Because I'll be interested to know which one it is. And where it came from. I'm just assuming all my tracking and invisibility all comes from my infiltrator elven style, but maybe it doesn't.
Gosh.
Hypothetically. But anyway, so where were we? Some T-Rexes, some terrible dice rolls, and then they fled because you did a, like 5 damage total as a party during that fight. So well done, gang.
We should chase them and finish them and harvest their bones so that Elven can make weapons from them.
You're the good guy, right?
Matter of fact.
I will highlight that they might have run off to find more friends.
Yeah, there might be more of them. They've run
There
back
might be more
too.
So maybe we maybe if we follow them sneakily and get the lay of the land.
You trust stealth rolls during this session?
No. I can hover. I can hover out of reach and just glide over, and then come back and tell you what I see.
It's when you find out they've actually got little catapults.
Yeah, they live in the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of fights would be much easier with fly.
I've definitely used
I think that's true.
Hovered out of the way.
Because the GM would just introduce things that can fly to attack us, so I don't think that's strictly true.
I mean,
yes, you would.
You have fought a lot of things that had ranged attacks anyway, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, and like, it doesn't make what I said false, right?
No.
A lot of fights would be easier. All of the fights against things that can only attack in melee range would be easier.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It does require us being able to do things at range, though, because otherwise we're just too packed.
Just need like a rope tied on Ignysera's sword, so that, you know, you just like chuck it down every so often and like pull it back up.
Big bladed yo-yo.
Yeah. Or like a meteor hammer, but with a great sword tied to the end of it.
I'm gonna get a giant morning star whale. whip.
Is that how you're flying? Yeah. Never mind
I
your
can
actual.
fly.
Yeah, because never mind your actual wings, just the the cartoon style swinging.
Helicoptering, you know.
Love it.
Perfect.
But yes, you've had a 10-minute break in and out of character. Posey is like, what the hell's happening? That looked like a shit show out there.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's what
Okay.
happened.
Like, I've seen you guys fight a Falgain. Like, what the hell was that?
So,
That was too big.
Embarrassing is what that was.
Mhm. They seemed weirdly resistant to quite a lot of it.
I think, to be honest, we're all tired. This has been a long few days in a land we don't know, getting used to it. I think we're just all struggling a little bit.
She kind of like shakes her head a bit, more to herself as if she's been in her own head. She goes, got a bit of a dilemma. Dad's not getting better, so either we all go and leave him to rest up here and hopefully attract whatever problems with us as we go investigate the Majneb's territory, or sorry to say, but I might have to stay and look after him. But like, she like puts her hands up defensively, like I'll help track. Obviously, I wouldn't just put this all on you guys. Like, but and then obviously the very Telltale style choice comes up with the party. Do you convince Posey to come with you as, partial tracker of this territory, or do you let her stay and look after Gamble while you go exploring? What's the vibe?
Mm.
She is a wizard, so there is that.
Yeah. In character, I would let her stay.
Yeah. I would probably, let her stay with her. Dad.
In
My instinct
technical
is to do the
terms,
same.
in technical terms, what is Gimbal like? If I was to move him up one on the damage tracker, is it that, or is he?
It's maybe
exhausted
not.
and-
It's maybe not a bad idea to attempt that, or
Yeah.
even offer it, right?
Yeah.
Like Posey has never exhibited healing magic ever, but she does seem to be a bit of an alchemist. But obviously, there's a good chance she either doesn't have the resources to do what she needs to do, or just can't. But you could always offer.
Yeah, I would have thought I'd often just say it, but I'm not sure if it will help. But I can repair him perhaps a little bit,
She kind
or at
of
least try.
raises an eyebrow and goes, wasn't there something in... Oh, what was that annoying professor's name? Her class about magical fatigue, and adding magic to magical fatigue just makes you more fatigued. I was supposed... It sounded important.
That does sound pretty.
Like, does it help? Does it make it worse?
That
You
I
like...
can't remember which one.
You graduated, right? And she looks to you, Myr'ra.
I graduated some form of schooling, but it
Oh,
was
so it's Myr'ra she's looking at when she said that. So she's looking.
so definitely not me.
Yeah, no, it's not Ignysera, it's Myr'ra that she's like posing that question to. Posey is posing that question to Myr'ra. Like, you graduated, right? Like, you're a wizard. Like, didn't you take Professor whatever her name was' class about, mixing magic with magical fatigued people?
I was more archival book based.
Oh, that doesn't help.
No, I've probably read a book about it.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a reason Myr'ra also carries like a healing kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's probably not best to risk it. Does Alben know?
I mean, shall we roll to see how much either of us remembers from class?
Yeah, you can do if you want. Some magical knowledge.
I'm happy to roll because I've read a book about it.
Feel free to.
Magic training sound about right for
Yeah.
this?
It's exactly what it sounds like. Yep.
Magic law.
Mhm.
Don't think I get any special assets for this. So.
Well,
Oh.
hey.
My
Of
good.
course, now the good roll.
Nice good rolls.
Rolls.
This one you both immediately go,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
actually,
sure.
Posey, we both immediately remember, this lady's
yes.
class. But yeah, you remember this professor lady who took herself far too serious for her her own good. Like, she was very much a case of, if you're late, you don't get in the classroom, by 10 seconds. If she walked in the classroom, the door was shut, and then you just had to just deal with that. So, and a lot of her courses were very much the case of, she had the equivalent of tenure because her courses were fundamentals for wizards, which means most people tuned them out because it wasn't the exciting stuff, fusing magic to objects and shit like that, that maybe have attracted you guys, or in Myr'ra's case, archiving all the knowledge. So, yeah, and if you're able to harmonize the magic source that you've got, if it is recovery in nature and energizing in nature, so long as it doesn't be discordant with the kind of receptacle, aka Gemble, you would be able to effectively charge somebody with the equivalent of magic energy. They don't use the term mana in this world, but the equivalent of chucking a whole bunch of mana. And the problem is it needs to be compatible. So really, nothing what Posey said at all. Nothing what Posey said at all was correct. She totally just misremembered everything. But you guys are well, you can harmonize your magic to Gemble's. You could give him enough to maybe pull him out of his stupor. But it would also drain you.
So, the thing that I have won't help. Turn and look at Myr'ra and Falkwin.
I mean, unless he uses dragon
Repairs
magic.
flesh.
It feels.
And it's dragon magic.
I don't know how well that would harmonize. But
I have the same ability.
But it's celestial magic for you.
and it's Ember more my flavor.
And as far as the effect that this would usually have, it would usually take someone who was impaired or debilitated in some way
and move them up. Yeah.
Yeah, take them further from death's door, but not actually improve their combat capabilities at all. And we want him.
It does in the sense
his,
that
his energy back.
It does in the sense that you're removing a lot of debuffs,
sure.
Right?
Yeah, you remove debuffs, but you're not giving them stats back. That's what I mechanically mean.
Yeah.
By this.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you less fucked, but not more badass.
By default, the Arcanatrix specialize in sorceries, which is demonic magic, which is the most commonplace magic. It doesn't mean to say that there isn't draconic people there, draconic magic experts. I mean, not just the dragonkin, and also people that use celestial powers at the Arcanatrix. It's not all the Whitehall that deals with celestial powers, for example. There are a bunch of obviously demonic sourced powered people in the Whitehall as well. But that's the three main types of magic in the world, beyond Fey magic, as we know. Unless any of you are packing some of that. But it's more
technically we all
more likely. Well, I mean, only you in this group are, well, besides Falkwin, Lockheart, I guess, you are the only base humans. Myr'ra's Helborn. Yeah, so and who knows what Nori is at this stage, right? And obviously we've got a dragonborn.
Not even I know.
Dragonkin, sorry. Remember, Kalli or Ignysera is a big dragon lady. So, yeah. I mean, Posey's there too. Posey's also, that. She's human. So
Would there be any harm
mm,
in me going investigating where the dinosaurs were nesting? I just have as I said, I took knowledge of nature and knowledge of medicinal plants, so just go around and see if there was any reason that they were nesting around about there. Or
well,
whether it was
your
or
current
magic.
theory as to why they were near you guys is
Is it magic?
yeah, what attracted them. They did both seem to go off in a similar direction, which means if you followed that route, maybe if you scouted for a bit, you'd maybe spot something like the trail of them, because they're both badly injured, right? So it'd be pretty easy to track. So if you wanted to go off on your own and do that, you could definitely do that. I feel like there's a current debate about are we going to try and patch Gamble up or not at the moment. So you could also just go and do this
how long
without.
those debates could be.
That's what. Well, I mean,
So
you could
probably just disappear.
you could just yeah, you could go if you wanted. Yeah, it's up to you.
Right, what I'm going to do though,
Hmm.
I'm going to hope her ability, hope her ability, hope her ability. I'm going to put my cloak
Okay,
on straight away.
cool.
Okay.
Before you go, if Myr'ra notices, we can telepathically link.
Oh yes, please.
Yeah,
So
you can shout back.
are you telling the gang then that you're going, rather than sneaking off?
No, do you know what? I think I'll just sneak off. I've still got my ring. That hadn't buggered up yet.
No. If I remember correctly, Lockheart's is though.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Myr'ra's wasn't.
Correct.
So 1d 100 depletion roll. This is the bit I'm afraid of tonight.
Yeah, it's how we broke the curse. It's fine.
Wait.
Be a 2 for dramatic effect.
92.
Close. 92. That's alright. So you pull up your cloak and off you go out of the tent. If you want to give me like a tracking roll, and I'll come back to you.
Yes.
The other three, you just have basically a flavour of each type of magic that exists. I mean, you could always try some kind of weird ritual.
Oh, we'll love those.
Yeah.
Love ritual.
Weird mix. And try and
We also
mix
Gamble's
them
like
together.
beloved head teacher of our college. So
Yep.
he's sort of like injured / drained himself, like effectively aiding and helping us. So
Yep.
I'm happy to try
We
something.
can give it a go. Is it worth the risk? Will we make him worse?
I know what Aluben would say to the question, is it worth the risk?
We love Elben. She's a great risk taker. Most have paid off.
I could at least, to start with, give him an emotional support pad.
Yeah, like when you approach him, he just seems like really feverish. Like,
I
and
don't
like,
like that.
and like from obviously your role that you got as well, like you're remembering that like he's definitely this is almost like the magic in him is like reacting a bit like a vacuum in the sense that it's pulling from his physical being to like patch up the lack of like, magical energy.
Okay. He needs help. Yeah, Myr'ra would definitely try something.
Let's try.
I was like, how do I help?
Do you
Yeah,
have
she can
any?
probably do.
Like hold his hand and like say nice things.
And she kind of looks at you as if like you're passionate. Goes, I graduated before you, bitch.
Sorry.
She has no way of knowing when like
Yeah.
either of you graduated. Unless-
I feel like she was a bee for a while, so like I feel like
Unless you
Yeah.
spoke about it like during the cave journey at some point when she was a bee and you were rambling to the bee.
And then there was this town and it was dying. And we met these bandits. They're more important later.
But yeah, you can definitely tell she was like, I'm not going to hold his hand, I'm going to help. Like,
I'm happy for us to use like the emotional support pet as sort of like something we can all channel magic into
okay.
to try and like filter it to him without it going directly, so that if it rejects, like maybe the emotional support pet can take some of that.
Yeah, basically like a fuse, effectively. Yeah. And Nori, you're using invisibility?
I'm not.
No, just having a
wrong button
That's
again.
alright. So
I'm using my cloak for invisibility, but I'm not using it.
Who wants to take the lead on this ritual?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have the others provide help.
Probably
I'll
needs
roll
to
a
be
D3.
one of you two.
I'm trained in magic law. I guess as a trained.
I will say that you should probably be the lead because you got the 20 right, and you should possibly use that as like an asset towards the situation. It seems appropriate since there was no discussion about the major effect or anything. So
it's like it wasn't a one.
Yeah. But yeah, you can have an asset to this roll for that reason. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll make it a free level of effort, and in that way, obviously, if each of them are helping providing magic for this as well, it means they are an asset each as well, so that you're benefiting from all three.
So, I don't know the difficulty.
No.
I'm going to get 2 efforts to roll from these guys.
Sure, and one asset.
And 1 asset. Or, yeah. Or one effort.
2 assets or 1 effort, whatever.
Personally, 2 effort to roll anyway.
Okay.
Screw it. I'm going to use 3.
Okay.
So I get 1 extra effort for free. So I'm going to use 4 effort to roll.
Cool.
And I get 2 assets.
Yep.
Oh god, this is so stressful.
What's the final number? Total.
Yep.
I need you both to roll as well, by the way. I need you to roll might defense rolls.
Right.
Oh,
Defense.
And you as well, Anna, when you get the chance.
Okay. 25.
Okay.
And might defense.
Yep. I'm assuming he's included Posey in the ritual as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
If she's thinking to help.
Cool. Okay.
Well,
that's okay. Don't worry about it
this
yet.
will be interesting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I feel like I'm pouring everything into the. I'm not gonna spend anything on.
Okay. Did we get one from Ignysera? 12.
Yeah, total 12.
Plus 6. Okay, cool. So, Hannah and Kalli, I just try to like order everybody's names in my head. So, you has managed to like hold your physical being together during this, but something's pulling more of you into this ritual than you were given.
God, it's gonna be the marshmallow.
And the Falkwin, Sean, depending whose name, what character name, player name, you're gonna take 5 might damage.
Oh god.
Okay, and you're gonna lose 10 intellect, and you're both gonna lose 5 intellect.
Okay.
And this is because somebody in the ritual has pushed more power from everyone into the ritual.
Ooh.
Which one of you could it have been?
I get the feeling that might have been me somehow.
No, it's okay. It was Posey.
Yeah, I was thinking it was Posey. It could have very well been me, but but it's Posey's dad, so.
Yeah, no, like in terms of like the harmonies are all meant to like find. Posey was like, "Fuck that! All the power, please fix my dad. Let's charge him back up." And yeah. I mean, Posey's known for good decisions. You're on what?
I'm on 0 intellect, so I'm impaired.
You fall unconscious.
Oh,
Wonderful.
okay.
I'll get back to that in a second. So Gamble like glows with magical energy, or like cyans and purples and teals coming off of him. And Posy's like, I think it's working. Like Falkwin like gets blasted back and like falls on and like into the camp. And then like he seems to be like coughing and like whatever. And while that's happening, while you are dealing with the light show, Falkwin, you fall back. Obviously, you get knocked unconscious, but that's not what you see in your perspective. You kind of go almost like slightly slow-mo as you're like blasted back by like the kind of feedback from that spell. The ritual magic obviously coming from all four of you, like coalescing into Gemble. It obviously isn't quite harmonizing with Gemble the way it was supposed to, but it's definitely woke him up. And everything's in this weird slow-mo, like again deep bass, like 0.2 speed of everything, and then as you like hit the ground, you kind of still see yourself like falling backwards. So there's like two of you, and then you look to the side, and there's like a small child with long black hair, looking up
good.
and being like,
"You're here to play,"
and pointing up at like you midair, being blasted back, and going, "That was really dumb." It kind of turns to you, and it's got the pure black eyes.
Dumb of me or of them? Or like, do I know that it was Posey who was not?
There's probably a good
before
guess, like that Posey pushed more magic in, and it pulled all of you guys with it. So yeah, so you know enough about that.
I'm not really sure whether my instinct would be to be like, God damn it, Posey, why couldn't you just vibe with us? Or whether I'm like, why didn't we push harder to match her? Because she's obviously, I'm not sure whether or whom I would assign blame.
Plus, you rolled high enough in the understanding of the ritual to know enough about how it should have played out, right? And obviously, not maybe looping Posey in the ins and outs of maybe we all need to put in the same amount of effort. We all need to do the same thing, and Posey's like, fix him! Yeah. I guess it's like people trying to move a couch and one person decides to go down the stairs way quicker than the rest, and it does not help. But yeah, so you've got this weird like duality at the moment where like you're sitting on the ground on your ass looking up, like sat up, staring at this child pointing at you as you're slowly flying slow-mo midair towards where you are. And it's like, yeah, that was really dumb. And then what was it you were going to say? Like, dumb of me, dumb of them? Like, what was your...
Yeah. Like, who do you mean? Dumb of whom?
Like the kid clearly pointing at like you midair, pointing up, and it's like, why would you do that?
Well, I didn't do that on purpose. We had to all harmonize together, and we didn't. So we're
like it cocks its head at you and like looks at you. It's still like pointing behind it up at you, and then it kind of like puts its hand down by its side as if they're separate actions, right? And then it's staring on, cocks its head to and goes, "So you did do it?"
Well, it's not as simple as that.
Why not?
We all did it. All four of us.
It kind of looks back at the kind of the slowly exploding magic, and then goes, "They didn't get knocked back.
No,
They're not looking after me.
I was weaker than them at the time. Looking after you? I'm sorry. Pardon? Whose body are you hitchhiking in?
Yours, dummy. You know that. We spoke at the beach. You came to play."
It's the Abracadabra.
Who are you?
You mean you haven't worked it out yet? That means that you're not ready to work it out yet. Otherwise, your brain will explode.
I've been trying to work this out.
Like that? Points back.
Could you have helped me not have that go so wrong?
No. And it kind of like looks back at like everybody else, goes, "Not yet anyway. Maybe if we were in sync, but we're not in sync yet. You've got too many people in your head."
Oh.
Who's the
Is
other
that
lady?
why we're not in sync? That would be my friend Aluben.
She's not your friend.
How would you know?
Kind of like the kid like screws up its face like you've just confused it, and also it doesn't like what it's heard. Like it's asked to go out to play, and you've explained a very rational reason why it can't go out to play, and it's disagreeing with the logic. And it looks at you and goes, "That's not your friend, Falkwin."
Then what is she?
A parasite.
If she's a parasite, then what is she taking from me?
It's more about what you've given her.
My body?
I mean, from what I can tell, there's not really much you don't give her when she asks, and you don't really ask many questions. And I'd have thought you'd have asked more questions, but you don't. You just kind of let her take. And I mean, I know this is rich coming from me because we don't really know each other yet, but I'm here too, and I'm quite, worried about that. Also, you're about to feel that in a moment, so sorry. Like the slow mo, like is just like slams into like where you are, and like you kind of like lie on your back with a very fucking sore head. But you're on 1 intellect.
Okay.
Remembering all of that as well. Like you can tell that interaction is the reason you're not unconscious. As you kind of like sit up and look at the others, as this kind of like glowing magic coalesces into Gamble's being, and you can hear his like violently woken up noises of coughing and spluttering and various other things. So we hold on you guys, and we click over to Nori, who's buggered off.
Thankfully, I didn't want involved in that.
Yeah.
I'm doing enough as it is. That's why I'm invisible and tracking.
You've obviously followed the trail, which is fairly obvious. A fair bit away as well, like a fair bit away. These things move fast, as you know. And you've not followed them the whole way because it does look like there is more of these, but it looks like it's a nesting ground. So,
marvelous.
I guess it's 10 you've seen. But the place, the actual like cliffs that they all seem to be like inhabiting, like the kind of rocky kind of like almost like teeth coming out of the ground that you can see. They seem to be like inhabiting like inside them. So it's almost as if something big trying to grab them would have difficulty here because of the spiky rocks. And they seem to be nesting in there. But again, you've seen 10 come and go since you've been here, a very brief moment, which means there's probably at least double that. Probably lots of eggshells. None you can see. They're probably further in the territory. But that's still a ways off. You're kind of like doing your best to like, eyeball this. But yeah, that's where they retreated to.
I'm not going to be that brave. I've seen the damage they've done to me already. I'm going to return back to the guys. I'll return back to them very stealthily, as I possibly can, leaving no trail at all, if possible, through the trees.
Cool. That's very easy for you to do currently, given you're in a jungle and you've got your cloak. As you
But if you asked me to roll on it, I'd be terrified.
No, like it'd be a 0 difficulty roll anyway, so I'm happy with you just making it back to the group after some time. By the time you get back, though, I think that you guys could have at least had a chat about what the fuck's happened in the meantime with Gamble. Gamble kind of like wakes up with a start, obviously, as we discussed. Like he seems to have like residual magic, like vibrations going through him. And he's like, what did you do? like all that just kind of comes out in one kind of like noise. And Posey's just like hugging him, being like, "It's okay, it's okay," and she's like, "Oh, well, I'm vibrating too." Like, yeah, it's
Yeah, I think Myr'ra's probably like stumbling through whatever book explanation there was from that course of like whatever the course notes were of whatever
Yeah,
professor is whose
yeah.
name. Remember?
I didn't say her name, so yeah, whatever her name is, yeah.
And we tried, but and then doesn't want to throw blame on.
Mhm.
Yeah, so just kind of goes, well, we maybe overacted.
Ignysera, would you have went over and picked up Falkwin? Yeah.
Yes, I would have. Yeah, I would have then done a repair flash on you to move you up when.
So. Nice.
Falkwin's just kind of like mulling things over.
You also know that
walk over and-
Aluben's going to be out
right.
of contact for like an hour, based on the activity
Mm.
you've had, so you've got some privacy, as it were, as well.
Yeah, I think I would like to spend that privacy, like talking things over with my human friends.
We'll just assume
Oh,
Nori
I'll
has
leave
got.
again then.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Like, so just Lockheart.
Sorry. My friends with their own corporeal bodies that they're born in, of various races.
Yeah.
So we'll just assume Nori got back for this convo as well. I think it's probably best. After you take another like breather to yourself to, come to. It's probably unlikely if MD actually, noticed that Nori was gone or not. How obvious is your return, Nori?
No, my return. I'm leaving this hood up until I get through the door. I'm not taking any chances at all with these guys. So I'll get back in and I'll put the hood up and I'll take a heavy breath and sigh and basically I'll report back. We've picked a hell of a place to camp. There's at least 10 mating pairs on the valley, maybe an hour or so away from here. Return journey. If they're drawn by this magic, as we suspect,
If they're drawn by magic, he was away for the ritual of massive amounts of.
magic
Comes back
Kill
and
a damn thing.
didn't see the ritual end or anything. It's like missed that part. It's like, yeah, as long as we don't do anything big and flashy or magical.
Oops.
Oops. Explain. Oops.
Yeah, we might.
And dinosaurs. And dinosaurs.
Yeah. We tried to heal Gamble. We maybe again overact is the phrase I'm going to go with. So maybe we do need to move more quickly.
Gamble, like with a blanket round him that Posey has put round him, he's like, I'm not cold. I'm just tired. Look, she goes, it'll help. He goes, how? Because it's I still won't be able to take down the camp. The camp will need to stay. Like whether we go or not, I don't even know if I would slow you guys down. I feel like I could fly, but I don't think I'd want to try. So yeah, I could maybe spend some of this, and he kind of looks at his hand as it seems to be like echoing. Maybe I could burn off some of this. Maybe trying to dissipate whatever this kind of stares at it. And I think Posey's like, it's fine, and tries to like put her hand in his like echoey, because all of you see it echo. Yeah. It's like it's quite a buzz. Like his normally blue eyes are like very vibrant as well. Like, oh.
I don't think you should be doing anything right now. Obviously, apart from getting out. Yeah.
But it feels like I might boil over though if I don't do something with this.
How safe is the camp with or without us in it?
Uh, that's his
So then
answer.
because if we've already sort of highlighted this area, if you did want to burn off, then maybe we do it here and then we go. Because then maybe anything will be drawn here and we will then be away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't go with you guys in case I am just a beacon to the king's best friend lizards. So I think what I should maybe do is just maybe either stay here or wander that way, and just points at a direction.
Maybe stay here.
Okay. As he like turns his head and there's like echoes of him trying to look at himself as he's looking.
I think Posey should stay with you. And maybe you try and reinforce the camp.
He kind of like starts nodding and all the echoes start to like...
Myr'ra's got a headache.
It's probably quite nauseating to look at as well.
Yeah, without looking. Like, I'm not going to make eye contact. I'm just going to peripheral vision this.
Posey's like, this is normal. I've seen worse.
You were a bee.
Wouldn't that be helpful now? And she like screws up her face like she's just angry. She doesn't mean any of that. She's just saying things.
Well, let's maybe channel that into making the camp as safe as possible so that you're here when we come back.
I'll do something with this. Because this has a name and raised you. Yeah. So, after that exchange, Falkwin, do you share any of what happened?
You know, I don't think Falkwin knows what to think at the moment. He has been close to Aliben all his life, and he's never really had reason to doubt her. But, you know, the Aberdac kid's words do kind of make sense. Like, she's been taking a lot from Falkwin lately, and certainly has been, you know, giving back in return. But that also makes sense for a parasite to be, you know, protecting its host. So, like, I feel like his faith is shaken a little bit. I think, like, we're certainly still in the denial stage.
I think the main kind of question for me
extent.
as a GM would be like, are you going to try and capitalize on your moment of privacy?
Yes, so this is where I was going with that. So definitely yes. Like, faith shaken, still in a bit denial, but, like, is leaning towards getting some counsel from people who have bodies of their own, who don't have a stake in gaining control of mine right now. Because it sounds like the Aberdac kid was implying that I had to get rid of Aliben in order to fully understand it.
Yeah, that seemed to be the impression it was given, was like, your head's too full for me to fit in here.
Yeah. There's not enough for me to go around.
No, there isn't. You're in high demand, apparently.
Yeah. So that stung. Yeah, going pop like that was not fun. The Aberdac kid. Did I tell you all about them? There's another being inside me now.
Are you saying this
since
with
Brian
Gimbal and Posey being nearby, or are you waiting till they've like went off to the side? Are you having it just the party, or they expanded?
No, you know what? They can hear this. Gimbal, in some sense, would be like a great advisor, like wise person in Falkland's life to some extent. So sure. So when Bran and Elle imparted me with the we can't hear you, Hannah.
Sorry, I was just wondering, have we told Gimbal about Bran and Elle?
No, only Sloth.
Maybe
That's okay. Like
maybe I wouldn't say his name then.
Okay.
Maybe I would just say he, or maybe even passive voice. When I took on the knowledge of the Abradak equation, it created a consciousness inside me, and it's a creepy fucker. You know, it's hard to wrap my head around. At first, it felt quite playful, but then also a little bit evil. But now it's kind of showing that it protected me from that explosion, but it also very heavily implied that Alu was a parasite.
And like while you're saying this, Gamble's just muttering to himself, looking at his wavy hand, being like, "Yeah, that's what they say. Kids will kill you." Just staring at his hand, and like Posey looking offended by that, but also like, given what I've just done to you.
So no wisdom there.
Not yet.
I don't know what to think. It also implied that I wouldn't be able to understand it, while Alu was also sharing space.
Posey asks a question at this point, kind of like while trying to look away from her dad, who's just this horrible artifacting person, and she says, "Wait, so you've got how many people in your head?"
2, 3 if you count myself.
Do you count yourself?
No, I'm me. But you know, other people might look at me and think that I am us.
Right.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't work like that. But just to make sure.
Well, I used to be a bee, but I was the bee. So there was just one me.
Yes.
So you have this kid who's called the Abradak kid, as in the Abradak equation, as in
Yes.
what? Why are you trying to solve that stupid math problem?
Well, it just kind of came up. But the kid is literally the Abradak equation. Like as a packet of knowledge that was implanted in my head.
So you're like a parent now.
I guess.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know if that helps.
No, I don't know why they're a kid though. This makes me think.
Also, while it's probably quite an unkind term to use for your and Alu's existence, you are you and she is her. Like you cooperate.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. Again, it's not my area of expertise, but you could just take off the bracelet if you felt like you choose to be a partnership. Like that's not stuck on. Alas, it. Dun dun dun.
As I think this all started with Alu being in the bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
So in theory, could I just take the bracelet off?
Why don't you try? Would Falkwin try, I guess, would be another question, because that does imply a massive amount of doubt on Falkwin's part.
Yeah, that would be a big step.
Mm.
I don't think Falkwin would do that without at least talking it over with Aluben.
Or is that what the parasite wants Falkwin to think?
I think Myr'ra would have tried to stress partnership. Like you guys feel like partners in like it doesn't. But again, Myr'ra's not in your head, so
Not this time.
I could be.
Yeah.
4 voices.
I mean, I've certainly given a lot of myself to Alu. but she's also given me lots in return. I still get to go about my own life with more power than I otherwise would.
We do give a lot of ourselves to those who help us grow. Like whether it's a mentor or a friend or a parent. Like a lot of ourselves are shaped and changed. Relationships are often parasitic in nature, but it can still be positive. If you choose.
They're called code. I believe that's what they call codependence.
I think could be. But it's hard to think of a relationship that doesn't involve some give and some take.
Mm.
There's a song about
I think I will need to speak to Aluben before long. Because at the very least, in practical terms, sometimes you need a break in any relationship. At the very least, I might need to spend some time with the Abridak equation, just ourselves, in order to crack it. See?
Dinosaurs.
Of course, getting Alu her own body would solve all of this. Assuming she doesn't want to end the world or anything like that. Or, like Kelmo Destellara, or I don't think I would mind too much about that one, but
Do you think she could?
well, she wants to be the Aluben still. The ambition is not diminished in her.
What does that mean?
I play agency with cautious telling Posey about immortality plans. That's also her goal.
And you're talking about we could just take a bracelet off and give it to Posey.
Solution: give Posey Aluben, and I keep the Abridak equations. I think this would actually create the villain for Arc 5.
Yeah, it's just Aluben trying to kill you. For you left me with her.
You are Posey.
Alubi. What was that, Chris? Sorry.
I was just wondering whether he was referring to himself with
the Abridak kid.
Yeah. The Abridak equation with the dark eyes and the scary child, or Posey and Aluben. I'm not sure which one would be.
I mean, there's also certainly the possibility that the Abridak kid is the classic, like horror movie. She's not your real friend. I am.
Only play with me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it did say the first thing I think it said was, "Are you here to play with me?" I think was its first line. So
yeah.
Aluben's everything protecting you from the Abridak child.
See, if we open that tent window again, that tent door, and she's standing out there
with 10 dinosaur friends.
Yeah.
There's so many levels to this, though, right? Because the Abridak equation kid thing was given to me by Bran and Elle.
Mm-hmm.
So whether I trust the kid comes down to whether I trust Bran and Elle. Bran and Elle, I think, knows about Aluben. I think we talked about Aluben or with Aluben to Bran and Elle on the boat. Right? Maybe? I don't remember.
I think it was a case of, I can't remember if you looked in just Hannah about they were going to use Aluben to try and absorb some of the magic of the teleport. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah,
So I think it was brought up.
She wanted the radiation from the big teleport.
Mm-hmm. So it probably did come up. Yeah. Brian L seemed very chill about a lot of subjects, so Aluben was probably not on his radar as a problem, much like Chiral wasn't. So, yeah.
I could even just be a pawn. I could be the host for this parasite that he's planted that will hatch and take over me and take its revenge on the world. Like, who knows? There's all sorts of questions of trust being brought up. Do I trust Aluben? Do I trust the Abridak kid? Do I trust Bran and Elle by proxy? even to the point of believing that the Aberdac kid is the Aberdac kid. As opposed to the go take over the world.
It's interesting because
kid.
you've got obviously effectively someone who was, from the Modest Delara camp originally, being Aliben, or someone from the Branel camp being this equation manifests as a child, right? So it really does come down to the Aliben doesn't seem super fond of the Modest Delara angle either, right? I think the difference is this kid's a new entity and you're like, but then is that something new that's came in and had clarity? Right?
Mhm.
Or is it something new and trying to manipulate? To break apart an existing bond? It is tricky, but that's why I did this in the story. Because it's challenging you and your beliefs!
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Well, I believe that nice open discussion is the way forward. And I believe that Aliben and I have been together long enough that we can have that. So,
Yeah,
I
she's
will
pretty
keep
rational.
my faith for now.
Cool. Anybody else got anything they want to weigh in with Falkwin regarding that bombshell?
Just that you know Aliben best, so I think whatever judgment you have is the right way to go.
Aliben's only given me pretty toys to play with, so I'm not persuade you of anything here. My bow, my amulet. Actually, you think she could fix my amulet?
To be fair though, like Chris says, let's have a smaller play urgency one here, but if the Aberdac equation works out, none of those have depletion rolls anymore.
Goodbye, Aliben. I want my thing back.
I mean, so we glossed over it, but getting Aliben a body is potentially a solution to this.
So keep in mind though that
I mean,
Aliben
we didn't
definitely
gloss over it. This is where we got the Alubi.
But you had this
yes.
conversation before about Aliben getting a body, and she seemed to go to great lengths to get rid of her body. So you'd be putting her backwards in her plan, which you would know.
Yeah.
So you'd be recorporalizing her, and that's not necessarily what she wants, right? She went to great lengths to keep herself as an entity while destroying her physical anchor for the world.
Yes, I remember this. That like her execution was part of the plan.
Yeah, it was a massive risk. But she needed the energy output that somebody like Modest Delara is capable of to fuel her own ritual of, actually, I'm just going to become incorporeal. This is fine. So yeah, maybe not
But then surely the bracer has become that anchor.
I mean, seems like it has, doesn't it?
So what's her next step then? We give her body, fine. But she's just trapped herself just like a genie. Bracer rather than free.
Well, she did say she's halfway through her plan of becoming a god. So, still got a bit of work to do in her plan, right?
Have we used up our 3 wishes?
Yeah.
Bow, amulet.
Is there one left? Yeah. So, yeah. That's just your 3 wishes, surely.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting though, right? It is a nice spanner in the works of what's her endgame, really, I guess. And is this thing in your head, this new thing in your head, looking out for you, looking out for itself, looking out for something else? It's hard to say. But I think you're right in linking it to your opinion of Brandon L. I think is a good reminder that he put this in your head, and that really should lean into how you feel this thing is interacting. Because is it sentient? Does it take on traits from the host?
Does Brannon L have the same black eyes?
So Brannon L's eyes are black, but they've got like stars in them because Brannon L is like supercharged. still, remember. So he's not really a normal example, but from what you've gathered about the Iron Roots, they all had black eyes, and like pure black eyes, and obviously pure black hair as well. Brown Elves all like white and like dark at the ends.
And that's also what Chiral looks like,
Yeah.
which we spot.
Yep.
Because reasons.
Yep. Cairo looks like Brown Elf but with black hair.
Mm-hmm. Just reminding myself of things that are in the notebook.
Yes. Oh, you've remembered loads. Yeah. I was just so happy you remembered Barlen earlier as well. It was done good. So yeah, I think then Posey says maybe you need to start before we lose the rest of the light, and maybe making some progress. And I'll see what I can do here, and I'll message you guys if anything drastic changes here, and if I can get us moved somewhere, maybe I'll try and move us. And Gamble's like, ugh, you can hear him moan at the idea of that. And it's like, I think even if we just go off and just cast a bunch of spells somewhere random and come back here, maybe that'll be enough to just magically charge an area and create like a, I don't know, just shakes our heads as if I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. I just know looking at him's making me feel nauseous.
If you do decide to wander out of here and do the magic casting spells, you do us a little favour.
Kind of like cocks her head and goes, maybe.
I'm not asking you to walk into the nesting ground or anything like that. If you do come across any of their eggshells, we'd appreciate you.
And get myself
harvesting
covered
for
in
us.
their pheromones and then bring them right back to the campsite? I don't think so.
I look at Hannah.
Well, I have a cipher, but then if we give it to Posey, we don't have it, and if we come across eggs, we're going to be really cross. I'm happy to give it to him.
Oh, only if you find some.
Aye, I'll be sure to keep an eye out anyway.
That's all I ask.
You can tell that she's skeptical as fuck. Like, she's probably just handling you, right? Like, yeah. She's not. Posey isn't the most subtle person. Most of it's on her face. So, yeah. But she's doing that thing of, if I disagree, you'll leave me alone, like, response. So, yeah. And she tries to, like, just micromanage Gemble and fuss about him. And he seems like, stop it, waving his echoey hands everywhere. Yes, so I guess yous are all packing your shit up and heading off.
Hitting the road.
Are yous going to wait an hour to head off, or just going to head off, would be my question.
I'd rather wait 10 hours the way this is going. But
Falkwin's really injured again, isn't he? How are you, Falkwin?
We need to.
I hurt.
Okay,
Looking at numbers right now, I'm
We
5'8",
If
We'll
it,
try.
if it helps,
then,
I
I
will say
guess.
that yous are at least a 10-hour rest away from the location, so when yous did get there, yous would have had another rest. Based purely on the distances yous need to cover. It's just that's why Posey was saying you may as well set off now before you lose any more light, because it's nearly afternoon.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
yeah, you probably want to
What's
try.
the likelihood of us running into something else?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you soon once I make some rolls.
So yeah.
Is your next rest, Falkwin, your hour?
Yes. No. I've still to take my 10. No, I took my 10 minutes.
Yeah, everybody
didn't
took.
I
I
just
thought
didn't move
most
up the
people.
tap. Yeah, okay. So my next test the hour. Yeah.
Well, if you rest for an hour, we could spend an hour like getting ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
and then like best foot forward.
If he's doing
Okay,
that, I'm
finally
doing
a
that
good
too.
I mean, if we're doing that,
Yeah.
maybe all of us would
Yeah.
rest.
Yep. Posey's like, right, well, like during the course of that, like halfway, like half an hour into your rest, like Posey and Gamble like go, right, well, we're gonna go and see if we can burn some of this off and see what we can do about this camp. Good luck if he's ever gone by the time we get back. And off they wander. Place seems awfully calm and relaxing now that they're gone. So everyone's done their hour rest as well then?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So, Nori, you going to give me some navigation rolls for your upcoming journey?
Can we help?
Can you help? Do you have any penalties to navigating?
No.
Then yes, we can help. So if you're helping...
Oh, I have no inabilities, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Nori, you can have another, like an asset to your roll.
I like hover or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey! Nice. What's that, like a 25? Pretty good. So yeah, you actually, as a group, I'm just going to take the minor effect as making good time as well, baked into that.
As we find some dinosaur eggs.
maybe if it had been a major effect. So do you want to re-roll it?
No.
Imagine though, you re-rolled it and you got like a 20.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's fair. I respect that. You make very good time. The minor effect is like spotting any potential dangers and avoiding it so it doesn't waylay you any longer than you just need to. He's obviously
Can I ask that to change slightly?
Like what? Yeah.
Did I find a camping place for us?
Well, I was about to say, like, you
have
also
a
find like your campsite thing. You just get that sorted. No, don't worry, I had you covered. So he's pretty much set up a fairly secluded, very meager campsite for the sake of brevity, unless you want to set up a magical tent from Kalli's Ignysera's collection, which I maybe would advise against, given that you know magic seems to, especially changes in magic, seems to attract these things.
Can this be in the trees just above dinosaur head height?
You can definitely have found like some kind of like massive tree with branches and stuff that you can just like perch in. Yeah, and everybody can have their 10-hour recovery as well, which is nice. That does mean that he's wake up and could in theory take an action recovery if he's really wanted it as well. For the breakfast.
I might be doing that.
Cool.
I think that's me full. Oh no, it's still 7. I'm happy.
Okay, I'm moderately healthy.
I mean, you could ask them to give you 10 minutes if you wanted.
You also could have added, is it 2 for my support pen?
Oh, I've not been doing that at all.
I think I can do that on every rest that isn't the 10-hour. I don't think I can do it on the 10-hour because I've got to be there and I'm asleep. But I think the action, the 10-minute and the hour when we're not in combat, you can add.
Okay, so the hour and the action I should have gotten another 2 for.
Yeah.
To basically add 4 points to your previous ones, right? Because you did.
Oh no, +1. So
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, sorry, +1.
I don't know why I thought it was. I think it's because someone else has something.
Yeah.
So quite often we add +2.
Yeah, so Kalli and I both have repair flesh, which gives someone a +2 on their rest for the recovery roll.
Can you do it to yourself? Do it to yourself.
I saw Viktor's lips move.
I said, what's the wording of the move?
So I realise I've been talking.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as you can take an action, you could do it to yourself, yeah.
I can use mine as well and double up.
So obviously, anything that wouldn't have been in combat, because you didn't do it in combat, obviously. But yeah, and obviously you'd need to be conscious and whatnot for it to work, so you can retroactively work out what you would get.
So in theory, we could be both doubling up on everyone's rolls to give everyone a +4 on top of Myr'ra's +1.
No.
Oh.
That ability would only give one person a
You can
+2.
do A.
But it's an action. And
Yes,
if we're taking our 10
but you're
minutes,
under that effect.
we're just going to
So you'd be doing it to
Hmm?
individuals, though. It wouldn't stack, so you
Oh.
both couldn't do it to the same person because the person's under the effect.
I see.
Right.
Cool. Doesn't stack.
The emotional support pet, though,
Yeah.
can be about 4 people.
Cool.
Per time I use it, so I'm fine. So everyone else can take that +1.
Okay. So then everyone also gets then a +2 on top of that to all of their out of combat rolls.
Cool.
From Repair Flash. Is that what we're saying?
So 2 from Repair
Cool.
Flash plus 1 from emotional support, so it's 3 you're adding per rest they could have been applied to.
Cool.
3 per rest.
So-
Per.
So I took 3 rests. One of them was my 10 hours, so that means I get 2 +1s from Myr'ra and 3 +2s. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which puts me up at almost full.
Nice.
Which is 1 point off of full across all my stats now, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Stealing one of those points from the emotional.
Cool. Everyone done
full.
their health?
Remember, it's like Ditto, so it will morph into whatever you find cutest. So you can picture whatever you want to snuggle.
It's like a little king's best friend.
Like a tiny
I
rat.
cuddle.
I want to cuddle into a king's best friend's egg.
It's the little egg with the little feet and the eyes again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Either way, you've done your rest. You've done up to a 10-minute rest as well. And do you want to give me another roll for you setting off into the wilderness, please?
I will indeed.
I will help again. I'll fly up.
It does get much easier to follow this route given the scale of Nemajneb that you are dealing with.
Oh no.
Are we following the Nemajneb itself right now?
No, you're following like the kind of the natural way the kind of terrain's going to get into its territory at the center of the island, which you are pretty much at with that roll.
Right.
So,
Can I ask you a favour?
of course,
Can you take at least 6 points off dice points off that roll so I can use them for the next combat?
no, obviously not.
No,
Like
I
it-
didn't think you would.
If you want to give me 6 more, tell you something cool. So, either way, you've navigated up. So, do you want to go in through a break in the rock formation that seems to wall off the central part, or do you want to go over the rock formation up on like a kind of raised cliff? What would you prefer? In low, up high? The difference being that up high would limit your movement, but might decrease your visibility.
And down low.
Is the opposites of those. I thought that was
I
implied.
I think if we're going to get those choices,
Yeah, mobility or visibility, basically, right? Like, that's really the choice.
if that was going to be the case, I'd be going ahead, or slightly ahead of everybody here.
No, that
I'm
was
just
that
looking
was
at
you
the-
having done that and saying there's 2 ways we can go. What way do you want to go? That is your results of you having scouted ahead. Because I assume you're scouting ahead all the time.
Yeah, okay. My preference would be to go through the middle. But I really want off this island. It's too dangerous.
So not climbing a cliff to have a better look and be less visible. You want to have the mobility available that if anything goes badly, you can get out the quickest.
Run like the
Yeah.
buggery, yes.
Cool.
I will flag. Both probably as Hannah and Myr'ra. that we're not great at running, even when we should.
Which is why I'm slightly ahead.
So we could, because I can fly, so I could fly somebody out even if we're up the top.
You could carry
Someone
Nori,
else.
Kalli, or Ignysera could carry Falkwin, and then
Yeah,
you just
well,
have to leave Lockheart.
Lockhart will just run. Slide down the cliff.
For Lockhart.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I'd
so I've came
add
back.
there are flying capabilities within the party.
And someone can appear at Margot.
But I'm equally happy to sneak in.
I've given everybody the choice. Team preference.
So we've got one vote for down low from Chris.
Up high sounds less likely to be chomped.
That's one up high, one down low.
Or an even number. Oh no.
Do you just want to type your answers at the same time and put them in the chat rather than say them, or do you want to just say them? Because
You've also got to remember that Ignysera can glide. I won't say fly. So
I mean, it is flying.
I can fly for 5 minutes.
falling with grace.
No, but it's flying for 5 minutes and it's free, right? So
So okay, if we do have to jump, then that's grab hold.
Oh no, 1 minute. I can fly for 1 minute.
but it is free. You could just keep casting your wings. Yeah.
Oh no, it's 4 points, so it's a
Oh my.
point each time.
That's reasonable. How many points you got in intellect before you pass out? It's fine.
It's fine.
Up high, down low.
Up, we're more visible.
So
Maybe.
up is that you are less visible and you just have a better vantage point, but your ability to maneuver because you're up on a cliff is much more limited. Whereas down low, much more maneuverability, but you're also kind of walking in the equivalent of a front door.
Yeah. I think either way we're gonna end up in trouble.
See, if you'd have put it that way earlier, I think Nori would have turned around and said, "I don't use front doors."
That says the equivalent of a front door, which you make any entrance into. So, I think I saved that. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna say up.
Okay, 2 for up, 1 for down.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Oh no. Sorry, Nori. I think I would say up as well. I think visibility and being able to look before we're hopefully seen gives us an advantage.
This means I've got another tracking roll to roll. That makes sense. That's fine.
So
Oh,
as you ascend the cliff face that Nori has scouted out, thinking this should be a reasonable enough climb for the capabilities of the party, and mostly for Lockhart. As you climb up, you start to hear Namaj-Neb. Like you can almost feel the breathing of Namaj-Neb, rattling through the stone. And as you get to the top and finally get some visibility in what looks like a bit like a caldera itself, an actual caldera, not the country caldera, but it's a bit of a kind of recess into the ground, a bit of a crater, and at the center of this crater, there seems to be a lot of leftover scaffolding that has been clearly abandoned. There is
From the extraction.
there is a massive, and I mean fucking huge ass lizard lying quite visibly wounded and wheezing, and on its big long snout what looks like something like possibly a big horn or something has been ripped from its snout and head. And this thing looks like it's been bleeding for a long time, and that's where the session ends.
Sorry, Ryan, missed that last bit.
I said that's where the session
Lost
ends.
it. Yeah. So end the session. What?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it looks like Nemaj Neb has been gravely injured.
Oh,
No, that's
So,
armor.
Hypothesis: the roar and the beam of light were from the cat's fight with Nemaj.
what I will
Way
also
back at the start
clarify
of
as
my
well
life.
is this thing was like Godzilla sized. Like, that's how big this thing was. I don't know if that was clear enough, but...
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Next story silent.
Huge lizard. Huge. But yes, it does seem like whatever the extraction was seemed to be this, like, thing that was clearly part of its body on its, like, snout.
So the crater was probably left by the beam of light, which was probably an attack.
No, the crater looks like this is its home.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like this is just its den, as it were. Which makes sense if it's surrounded itself with its feeding ground. What would you like to call this session? The yellow bee!
What was the name of the new game?
What, Daggerheart? That time we all switched to Daggerheart. But yeah, so we had our T-Rex fight with the King's best friend, lizards. We had some terrible damn rolls in a row, as per usual. We had a big ritual to try to harmonise and balance the magic and gamble. It seems to make him very, very high. We had the Abradak child. We had possibly Parasite Aluben, Alubi. We had Posey calling Myr'ra a bitch. We had the discovery of the nesting grounds for all of the like what looks like 20 or so, like as I said, King's best friend lizards, and then the actual nest of Nemaj Neb. I see who's opposing sides of the hero game. I have enough hair to get superpowers, I'm going to say that much. Okay, any other suggestions and or get voting?
Oh, I've got one more.
Okay. The only thing I've had stuck in my head is the Abradak kid is strong and tough, but only the best is good enough. Because it's the Milky Bar Kid theme tune.
Yeah, I will say as well, don't vote for my follow-up to Kalli's. Just a straight up. Do it for the bit.
Hey, bandwagon's a fun place to be, okay? We're missing a vote.
Oh, sorry. Let's try to think of something else I can get.
If you've got another one, yeah, like feel free to pop it in as well if you've got another one. But yep, one's for all. Yep. Excellent. Right. Goals? What would goals? Goals. Yeah.
Falkwin's personal goals are continuing to evolve. I've looked. Okay, hang on. What do we have actually written down? I feel like there's progress made on the figure out the memory bullshit / Ironroot horror child.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, so it has kind of confirmed that it is the manifestation of the Abradak equation. And it has also given me a hint that, in its opinion, Alumen needs to go in order for me to understand it.
Yeah.
So that's a step.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not resolved yet.
No, but I think you choosing a course of action to pursue and doing it will be actual progress on that, right? Because you already talked about potentially taking the bracer off, talking to Aluben about things, trying to gain some like, and I think that's a good way to further that, right? Because it makes sense that Falkwin wouldn't just immediately dismiss the trust he's built with Aluben, right? Just for some spooky child.
Yeah. God, that child is spooky.
Yeah. Anyone else? For anyone else?
Sticking with goals,
Hmm?
have we put down here that we've completed the one for Ignysera? Souvenir for Uncle Paul.
Oh, that's long been completed.
So, until we give it, I need to give it to him
yeah.
for it to be completed.
Yeah.
So investigate Roar of Light Beam on Dinosaur Island.
I think we know what that is now.
Oh, your current hypothesis is, I was going to say,
we're almost there.
Yeah.
And the revision as well.
I was going to say,
I would be willing to bet my life savings that the roar was from the fight and the light beam was from the Emperor's attack that defeated it.
So you're currently assuming the Emperor took it on personally.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just wanting to clarify.
So yes, that would be my assumption, but maybe it was also one of his crack team. Maybe one of the top cats.
Top cat.
I would guess the Emperor, but not necessarily. But I'm guessing the light beam at the very least was from. Sorry.
Why would the Emperor come himself? The island, if they could do it without him.
Yeah.
Surely he would.
Maybe he has got some magic sun powers.
Yeah. Like sunbeam. Solar beam.
The one thing I will say is, visibly the beam went up, not down.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it could have been Godzilla from Nemagia.
Maybe not then. Maybe someone got beamed up to the Starship Enterprise.
Well, if it went up though, he kind of went like, blah, and then it went,
like dodge rolled it away.
The scaffolding is from a really big spotlight that Nemagia used to lure prey.
like one of those lamps for moths.
Yeah.
I like it.
I was picturing. Did there not used to be a movie opening credits that was big spot? Yeah. That's what I had in mind.
There was definitely. I think was it 20th the 20th Century Fox style, the Fox logo has the two.
I feel like there's way less. Searchlight makes sense.
Yep.
The one it was.
Yep. We're good at this.
I was also going to say that we did get to start the Brandon Allen sloth to make up.
Yeah.
We've made the steps. They know about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, my question would be, what else is there to that goal that you're partaking in? Right? Because you've set him off to go complete a goal, right?
Hi.
I'm in a room.
Yeah.
Fun. Make friends.
It's we'll know when we either get XP or we don't.
So true.
Yeah. So yeah, it might have to wait until you reconvene with one of them to see if there was anything off the back of that, and then to claim credit. It's your friendship's because of us. Anything else for goals? Any that you have definitely completed?
Enough to send. I mean, okay, we're making the assumption that the Rakishan stole the horn from Godzilla.
Right.
Is it enough to send a message back to Madame TTOT to say this is what we think is happening?
It's definitely worth looping her in, I think. This is why you were sent this way, right? She was like, what are they up to? It'd be good to loop her in. She might, arguably, if he's checked on the docks, the cats might all be gone. She might be able to come here. And you could use Falkwin. Well, no, Falkwin could just mentally be there at the docks, right?
Yes, I can see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can do that. I can check whether the cats are still there.
Yeah.
I can't get a message in that direction, but
No,
I can.
but we've
I
got.
can get us. I can get the reply back.
I can project myself,
Mm.
a la Princess Leia, but I can't see anything. So again, together we can make that work.
But you also just have like both Nori and Myr'ra have the rings to contact Madame TTOT with messages.
Just not as fun.
I know. But I just mean in terms of surveying without you just having to leave this area and go all the way to the docks, which is several days away, like a week away by this point, you would then need to, like...
Yeah, we should...
There's one for you, for Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
You could do your Princess Leia thing and then use the ring. Hello!
I can talk as Princess Leia, I just can't see. So I can basically...
Oh, right, so you can see. Right.
I'm like a weird AI NPC.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit like a telegraph, right? An old-fashioned telegram.
Yeah.
It's a bit like an old-fashioned telegram.
Yeah. Greetings!
Yeah.
News from the front!
Yeah. So, are we completing any, adding any, adjusting any? All good?
I don't think so.
All good. Cool. In that case, let's do some wrap-up chat then, shall we? And why don't we start with... let's go with creepy child moment, man. Sean.
Oh my. The mind games are real with this one. Like, who do I trust? So hard, and it's so complicated as well, because the child is not just the child is also Bran and Elswell to some extent. Yeah, that was a good one. I feel like I got to sink my teeth into that. That was really good. And I feel like it's just the beginning, which is terrifying to think of.
Yeah, we're only at session 25, come on. So much more of this one shot to go.
Halfway.
It's okay, not just the beginning. It feels like it could be the beginning of Falkwin's last arc.
Yeah.
Potentially. Like, I say nothing about myself or this character, but certainly, like, Falkwin's character arc that has been set up from when he was created, I feel like this might be it drawing into its, like, big climax. There may be a future for him after that. I'd like that. I think that'd be cool. But, yeah, certainly I think... something is going to be either resolved happily or resolved explosively in the next, either the next few sessions or the next arc. We'll see, I guess.
I think as well, you need to survive to do some crime busting in Labratis as well, right? You got to take down your mob family.
Of course. Yeah. Falkwin's got a future. What are we talking about? Yeah. There's stuff going on there.
And become a warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got job prospects.
Yeah,
It's got
exactly.
aspirations.
Good. But no, I think it was a nice opportunity to kind of dive a bit more into the stuff that's going on with Falkwin. It's always nice getting opportunities for that for myself, to kind of like convey the clusterfuck that's brewing.
Yeah, I mean, that elf kid, for want of a better word, has been on the back of my mind for the past few sessions.
Hi-oh!
Ding, ding, ding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what woke you up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Come play with me. Yeah.
So don't.
Just the paralysis demon.
Just so creepy with its pure black. Anyway, so any other thoughts, John?
No, that I would say that that whole, it was quite a short interaction, but that interaction definitely dominated the session for me. I really loved the conversation with Sloth. Like, it was nice to step back to that and kind of do it with Hannah. Like, I didn't feel it at the front of my mind when we had that conversation with Sloth originally, but it feels Like I can feel Hannah's absence from it in retrospect. Like having you there for this one, Hannah, like it made the whole dynamic with everyone and Sloth and all the NPCs, and it just all felt complete.
I think you can see why I was like, I need to hold space for that immediately, because I want to see if there's something there, because I know the connection Hannah had with Sloth in the RP when she was talking to him, and with Brennan as well. So I'm like, well, it's nice that someone cares about their friendship from the past, right? That's kind of nice. And yeah, I think, I mean, if nothing else, like, it's nice that you did that for Sloth, right? You've potentially alleviated a lot of regret he's lived with, right? Which is a good thing.
Well, that's the hope.
Yeah, and like fights are nice every so often, but you know, characters are the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Nori.
It's been an interesting 2 weeks waiting for us to get back to this. Thinking to myself, there is very little chance the way if the rolls continue that we're not getting it. Really, and it did. I mean, what did we count? 4, 5, maybe 6 ones even tonight. Yeah, it's never been like that for us. We discussed my rolls from 4 arcs. Can't remember a 1 being rolled at all in 4 arcs, and then we get 6 between us all tonight. Oh, it's just unheard of, and to be in the resolution to a battle was relying on these rolls, made the battles just that little bit more interesting and more intense, if that makes sense. But they weren't going to be easy battles. We knew that, but the roll of the dice made them so much harder.
Yeah, the game did not want you guys to have it easy at all. Like, I've obviously seen a lot of dice luck in my time, but the fact that it carried on because the fight hadn't finished felt personal.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dice gods, come on. You know I don't go out of my way to kill you guys, but I used to feel the world being threatening, and if things go badly, they go badly. It's just I try and balance it and try and, I try and signpost the dangers quite well as a GM, so that it is all on you guys if you do go and do stuff that gets problems. But I read Hannah the description of some of their move sets as well, because I'm like, I don't want you to feel like I went easy, because I didn't. But when these things took 30 damage or more, they would retreat because of problems if it wasn't just going their way. And given that as a team you output 75 damage, it's pretty damn amazing. There's not many things in Cypher that have health like that at all. So, yeah.
And that's even with the ones.
Yeah,
we still done well.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand why they retreated, because like any parents, their priorities should be their eggs, they're young. So yeah, I get that. The creepy elven godlike child that we're dealing with here. Yeah, I feel sorry for you having that in your head. That's just one of those ones that I'm glad I'm not magically involved in anything when these things happen.
I mean, other than your heritage, maybe? Like,
yeah, no, I know, but
you have a serial killer that you're trying to track down that kills magically empowered people?
I don't know how Falkwin has ended up with this kind of main character syndrome, but I don't even necessarily think that's true. But there's a lot of plot just kind of like in his brain, which is an interesting place for plot to be.
To be fair, Arc 4 did start with a fetch quest that you did to pay back a debt, right?
That's fair.
So
that's fair.
This 25 session jaunt has been the fetch quest with a bunch of side quests thrown in, like taking on a weird investigation in Sin with the head investigator Inquisitor lady, Grandma. Yeah.
Now that you've brought that up, has that invasion of the child body snatcher just kind of nullified the investigation into we're looking for all these parts to help with the Abradak equation. The Abradak equation is up there. So
I mean,
we just kind of now
I
we're just
feel,
kind of on a wasted mission to get dinosaur eggs.
Well,
I feel like we did discuss this, and then we all went, we want to go to Dinosaur
We're
Island.
going to go anyway. Yeah.
I think
I feel like
it also
this-
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because like in theory, Falkwin will at some point understand and be able to say, yes, it's true. But it's nice to have a proof that it's true. And he wouldn't necessarily be able to recreate that. Or maybe to recreate that, you need the experimental evidence that you need from these like bits that we're getting. So that like you probably still need this all anyway.
So you still owe Zero a favour, so.
Yes.
Wizardy sciencey.
You like it when you get trinkets out of it, though? You like it when you get trinkets?
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. But yeah, another great session. It's always fun. I'm glad we're getting back again. But yeah, so much going on again. Brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, we're nearly done. Yeah. Like, according to my tracker,
No,
nearly done. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
just said that before.
Yep. I can lie to myself. That's allowed. But yes, the other thing I will add as well that I think is maybe worth bringing up, I don't know if anybody else was going to bring it up or not, but you have potentially ruled out Sloth as one of the devils involved in the exfiltration of refugees.
I think Sloth's a very good liar.
I think they're all very good liars. They're all devils. But yeah, Sloth seems too tired to lie.
See, that's not the way I've ever thought about devils.
Right, okay.
I've always thought about devils not needing to lie because the truth's scarier than the actual lie
Well,
will
I mean,
ever be.
in your interactions,
that?
you've interacted with Sloth, you've interacted with Pride. Those are the two primary people. You've had a brief interaction with Greed. You've touched on like a reasonable conversation again, probably more so than Greed, but with Wrath. Like, how do you feel? Are the devils upfront, honest? Like, are they liars? Like, what's the vibe you've got, right, as players? And bless you.
That's a whole different conversation for another night. That one could go on a while.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've ever been lied to. I think they're working their own ambitions and things like that. But I don't think any of them have ever lied to us.
Misled. Like
For, like, years.
Led you down the path they wanted you to go.
On our behalf, and then didn't. For reasons that were very valid, but they've definitely lied through omission.
I mean, also, like, killing Loudon, posing as Loudon for 2 years, like, running the human country for 2 years.
She had her reasons.
Yes.
And the gross negligence that was involved in using the soul well.
Yeah, just so many things.
I think gross
gross
negligence is a good word for Pride.
Yeah. Just in general.
HR complaint.
But still, we're talking about lying to us. If we hadn't discovered that, there was no lie. They were working their own aims. They were telling the truth.
I'm not saying that Sloth has deliberately misled us or that he has been forthright with us. I'm saying that we couldn't tell which was which.
I agree. I do also think it feels like a lot of effort, the whole running the refugee road. And Sloth isn't a massive effort person.
There's this as well.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if he didn't massively notice the city was under attack that he lives in, he's also the port city that has boats all of the time. And he'd never been like, I could go on a boat.
Yeah, he's an odd character, really, because the one time he chose to go on a boat was when he noticed someone had faked their death. It's like, why are you doing that? It's weird.
Why are you lying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And
interesting.
we know that there are depths to this being that he doesn't always share.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Well, he seemed to like very much muse
Yeah.
about the idea of being killed. Like that seemed to be amusing to him. Like, oh, wouldn't that be an interesting twist? Like, yeah, very, very like flippant is the word I was looking for. Yeah. I thank you, Chris. Ignysera.
Oh, I don't have much else to say, but yeah, just the role. Oh my gosh, was interesting, but we got through it. I was a little bit surprised. I thought we were gonna make someone or someone was gonna down thing, but yeah, through it. And it's really nice having Myr'ra on the team, and yeah, having that with Sloth.
Oh, I'm losing some of your audio from that part. Sorry.
Oh no, saying that it was nice having discussion with and it kind of broke up the rest of the fighting and stuff. Nice, and it's going to be exciting to see what happens now. That if we're next to Image Neb, well, what would have happened if we decided to go down rather than up? Who knows? Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. You also did quite well with some of your combat rolls as well. You know, you do like put out the like it's not bad, not bad at all.
I mean, 11 damage is very spicy. I needed to be burning a lot of my soul to beat that.
Mhm.
I know, it's one level of effort.
Hey, it's good.
And that was
to
even the
include.
damage.
Yeah.
Damage was just by itself. Yeah.
Yeah, scary lady. But I mean, it's possibly why it really isn't why your uncle put you on the team. Your uncle is just like, well, you're here now, so go with them. Could be interesting. They seem interesting. Yeah.
Go out into the world and learn some new skills.
Mm-hmm.
Make some new friends.
Yeah. Don't do what they do when they do illegal things. Yeah.
Get arrested and
And give amazing speeches at the
Yeah.
the trial. Yeah. So good. So good. But yes. Anything else, Kelly? Thank you. And a banana.
oh, I'm so pleased to be back. I apologize again for my lack of time management. But oh my goodness, so fun to do the kind of jump in media res with Sloth. And I'm really glad. I want them to be friends. They're both questionably morally, but that's the kind of people that I love to commit to full time. I worked for an evil dragon in the last campaign, literally known as one of the 5 evil dragons. And I was like, yes, that's my boss. Great.
I'm assuming you're going to sign up with her again for the next campaign.
Absolutely. It's a rule for life. Yeah, I loved all of the Falkwin stuff with creepy Averdec child and then questioning Aliban and linking it back to Branonel. And it's like, oh yeah, like all of these things, if we don't trust this, what does that mean about the person who gave it to us? Because also, I'm fully on board with his. I feel sad for him. Therefore, Myr'ra and Hannah are on the train of let them have some little revenge. It's fine. And questionable. If I'm so glad I managed to make it back for Find a T-Rex. I'm so pleased.
So good.
It was terrifying. The 10 damage is insane. Yeah, that was wow, that's a lot. But it does make it feel good. It does make you feel like you're doing something that you maybe we shouldn't. But also we fought them enough that they ran away, so it's pretty good. Loved overcommitting to a ritual. Always in for that. My 2 favorite things. Weird magic.
Shouldn't have been.
Overcommit. I know.
This is Hannah's MO, to be fair.
Yeah, I've done this many times. There's been a lot of if I burn this many sorcerer points, can I make the spell do this?
100%.
And Viktor will say yes, and then there'll be unintended consequences.
I love
And by
it.
that I mean the absolutely right consequences of my own actions. Yeah, excited to see what's happened with Namaj Neb. Can they talk? Is it a talking creature? Can we talk to it? Maybe we'll try. Maybe it'll eat us. Who knows? But yes, I'm very excited. Very happy to be back. I've missed you all.
Yeah, you've been very missed as well. Yes, yes. Yeah, I love that your introduction was rolling a 1 as well, and back into the game. Like, I know you'd rolled obviously your check before that, but just to join the combat for initiative, having a 1, beautiful.
So good. It also makes every roll. That is something I really like about the system. Like, there's no, like, when you can have a roll that's 0, so you don't have to do it. It is often what, like, the risk of doing it, because that's just initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so many other systems are like, that's just like, you just do it to that. And I love that it's like, oh no, there are still consequences for this.
I think it just keeps the whole game interesting though. Like, it doesn't feel like it slows it down that way. I think it just, you can just keep adding more and more narrative, because even with that consequence, it was like, well, it was more about something to do with Lockhart's abilities that was the problem. And based
Again,
on
narratively makes sense. Yeah. Love it.
Good. No, it's a really good system for that. Thank you.
Everything just rolls.
Oh dear. Well, hopefully you can still hear me, because I'm about to give everybody XP, so that's probably something. So everybody get XP, because the story has been pushed forward and that fight was brutal, so yeah, everybody gets a point of XP, which is good. And if you want to pick someone to award XP, that would be great too. Who would you like to vote for? Hannah, do you want to start us off?
I would vote for Falkwin, in that I loved all of the, again, to be able to take like a little moment and make it like sudden question, like innate things about your character. Props for that. That's like such a great like turn, like in a post combat bit of the game. I really liked that.
Nice. Anyone else got any other votes to give out?
I'm torn between Myr'ra, Falkwin.
Well, who are you more torn for?
Yeah, I know, but it's not quite that easy, because
I
all the
know.
stuff with Sloth was needed and should have been awarded 4 sessions ago. You know what I mean? So yeah, that should have been. So I'm going to go with Falkwin this time, just because Hannah should have had it 4 weeks ago. But it's too late for that. We can't go back.
Yeah, I think I would go with Falkwin as well. Same reasons really. I think all the stuff with the creepy Adept child was interesting, and I think it's going to be even more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for whatever it's worth, I would say Hannah for completing the picture at the flashback conversation with Loth at the start, and then for providing fantastic relationship advice to Falkwin and his absolutely fucked up whatever the hell that is he's got going on.
I think that's very valid. Yes. But yes, Falkwin, congratulations! Enjoy your extra XP. Yes. And
Yes.
yeah, I don't disagree. It would have been probably the thing people would have voted for. Would have been the Sloth Convo, had we had the scope to do it at the time.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you all for playing. Always a delight. I can't wait for this one shot to naturally conclude. Yes. Say good.
There's some sort of climax on the horizon.
I mean, I know where it ends. It's just it's fine. It's alright. As I said, there's still a 5th arc to do. You know, Daggerheart isn't around the corner. There's so many things in its way.
It felt very close tonight.
I mean, given the rolls, yeah, like it was nearly the end of the game. I just ran this on the phone with Alexander going forward after this, given how bad those rolls were. But
I really could imagine you just hosting a session just for you and Alexander, just to say they're all dead and you're on your own. I mean,
yeah,
where do you want to go?
he just put, it's okay, I don't remember them.
Yeah.
And off he walks, into like the Incredible Hulk music from the TV show plays. It's just Lockhart walking away to start the new adventure. But yes, again, thank you all for playing. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye
Goodbye,
bye.
everybody.
everyone.